Hello, you spectacular specimens of humankind, you happy-go-lucky scamps of individuals. Welcome on into the cult of Vane, the home of hedonism, here on this cheeky little corner of Twitch. How are we doing, friends? How are we doing on this Monday? Oh, it's felt like a Monday today, hasn't it? Oh, it's felt like a Monday today. The Mondayness has been making itself well and truly bloody well known today. It has been a Monday. How's it going, Milky Bog? Early gang checking in. I appreciate that. Lunicorn coming in here. It's a Dean. Hello, you cheeky devil. You needed this today. Today has been shite. Yep, completely and utterly agree. I will completely openly and honest. You know how I like to be honest with you all. I am not in the mood to stream today. I am not in the mood to stream today. I am in the mood to get into very comfy clothing and sit here and do some recordings for one of the many fucking channels that I am orchestrating. I'm just not feeling particularly social. Do you know what I mean? But I still press go live. That's the important thing. Press go live. And the thing is that I know full well that if it comes to it, if I'm like, do you know what? This was a mistake, I can always stop. I can always stop, and that's okay. And if you're a content creator, you know how that feels. You know how that feels, where you're just like, I'm going to go live. I really don't want to, but I'm going to do it. Because that's the whole thing of the content creation side of things. And once I've done it, because sometimes pressing the go live itself, sometimes pressing that actual button is like the hardest fucking thing in the world. It's the hardest fucking thing to press that fucking button. But once you've done it, you're all right. So I was like, right, I'll do it. And then if I'm not feeling it, I'll stop. And I can stop. I could always stop. I have the freedom to do that. Do you know what I mean? I have the freedom to do that. Phoenix of the Fens coming in with your 3-month gifted subscription from the wonderful Eris Ptolemy. It has entered month 3, you cheeky little devil. And Just M coming in for the 4 months as well. What is this? What did you do? What did you do? God damn it, Eris Ptolemy. What did you do? I only bloody updated that today, you little shit. I only bloody updated that today, you boob. Gosh darn it. Thank you very much, you beautiful being. Friends, can we have some egos in chat? Say a massive thank you to Eris Ptolemy. Did I ever tell you about the time I went mushroom foraging? It's a story with a moral at the end. Oh, good lord. God damn it, Eris. God damn it. God damn it. And you are my 100th supporter, by the way, Eris Ptolemy. Congratulations to you. Congratulations. Bravo. You are my 100th supporter on Ko-fi. Or Ko-fi or Coffee or whatever you want to call it. Whatever its actual name is. God damn it. That is an alert. Thank you, Senba. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Gosh darn it. My lordy. And we already had a hype train as well. We already had a hype train coming in with a 75% of level 1 when we were just in the starting soon screen. We didn't even get the chance to open up and say hello to everybody. It was there. It was there, and it swiftly went by us like a cheeky poke in the back on an evening when you're both drunk a little bit. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? How's it going, Giles? Hello, Nibberin. Hello, Just M, you beautiful individuals. Eris Ptolemy, how you doing? How's it going? Impromptu erection on the very first minute. I know. It was ridiculous. I pressed go live and boom, there it was. Impromptu erection poking me right in the back. I wasn't even ready. I didn't even say anything. I've got really itchy nose today. Fucking hay fever and lights. Hay fever and lights. That's all I can summon. Do you know what I mean? It's a bloody Monday, so let's get on the bloody early choo-choo train. It is a bloody Monday. It is a bloody Monday. You people are far too bloody kind. How's it going, everything? Hello, you beautiful being. Hello. Why can I imagine Valen dancing around these rooms to this tune? Because that tune, so the tune we had for the intro track today was from an artist called Neocryptid. Neocryptid he's a brand new artist. Single dude, one individual, one person that created the entire song. I saw him play live on Thursday night because I went to see, do you remember I was telling you that my old band Sordid Lies reformed into a new band without me, which is fine, by the way. I'm cool with it. I'm very happy that they've all got very similar work ethics and like dreams and goals and stuff, so it was like cool. They all just want to play and have a good time and stuff, and that's great. Wonderful. Very, very happy for them. But I went to see them as they were playing on Thursday night, and what they opened up for like a 4-band lineup, and they were great. The second band were technically amazing. They were very, very tight, just not my cup of tea, not my personal type of music, which was fine. And then Neo Cryptid came on and blew me the fuck away, because they were just one dude. There's one human being with an 8-string guitar and like lasers and lights around them. It was very much like a technical marvel and just really fucking good. Great stage presence for one person on a stage, like in front of a crowd and stuff like that. One person that is stuck to one spot because of the microphone, because they were playing the guitar as well. And it was just like, this is pretty intense, and yet you are still managing to fill the stage, and that's fucking awesome. So I was really, really impressed by them, and I spoke to them afterwards. The headliner band, I think they're a Polish band called Once Awake, and they were pretty good. They were pretty good, I have to say. I think they're doing a UK tour at the moment, and they were pretty good. Thanks, Stupedia. Thank you for that. Is there some kind of conspiring going on between you and Lucas Bond? Is that what it is? Lucas Bond's not able to check us out quite as often anymore, so Stupedia is like, don't worry, mate. I got you. 241 days. 241 days is still too soon. Still too fucking soon, god damn it. Thank you very much for the 200 lamp panderings. But yeah, I spoke to Neo Cryptid after the gig, and I was like, hey, your fucking set was excellent. And he was like, oh, thank you very much, I really appreciate it. And I was like, I'm a streamer. I know that sounds really egotistical, but I am. Do I have your permission to play your music on my stream? And he was like, yeah, no, get it out there, 100%. I've not been going very long, so it was really, this is like one of my first gigs, so it'd be really good to get the vibe out there. And I was like, fucking excellent. That makes me very, very happy. Do you know what? I'm gonna link his YouTube into chat now as well, so that everyone can go check him out if you'd like to. There you go. All fun and games. Authenticator has redeemed Show Dono with speech. Confound thee. After Eris Ptolemy very kindly donated. Beautiful being that they are. Friends, we have a new dono goal. I had a dono goal last week, and it got smashed and obliterated and fantastic, and that covered my paying for my boiler repairs, which was very, very nice. And now we're back onto the realms of paying for things for TwitchCon EU. And we're going back to what the dono goal was before, like the Easter holidays and shit like that, which was getting my... getting my business cards sorted and set up and what have you. I did ask for brand new prices from the condom place that I get custom made condoms from. Where are my little business cards? Have I put them down somewhere? I've put them down somewhere. I wanted to show you one so I could show you what kind of thing it was. I mean, most of you have seen them before, but still, I wanted to show you one to show all those new people what it might be like. But yeah, basically, because I'm a sex educator, because I'm a filth wizard extraordinaire, I have condoms for business cards, and I'm gonna get a whole load of new ones printed. But in order to get the amount that I need, this is the price that they have quoted me. And I've this money, as well as Eris also donating here, I've also taken the money that was donated beforehand. So this is literally starting from where we were before I had to change it all for the Easter holidays and shit like that. Okay, so that is the current donation goal, to get custom printed condoms with my face on them, so that I can go and make an impression with businesses at TwitchCon. That's the plan. You know. I am ordering 200 condoms, and that is the price, literally the exact price that they have quoted me. So that covers all that jazz, and that is the next donation goal. So thank you very much, Authentic Cat, for getting me to talk about that, because I'm not going to lie to you, even though I only set it up like a couple of hours ago, I definitely would have completely forgotten about it. I definitely would have completely forgotten about it. Hello, Wanderer Cripple. How you doing, you beautiful bean? Eris Ptolemy on the 220 stream streaks. Lurgified streaks. Amazing. Amazing. You're getting snot and coughs all over the place while you're running around all nakedified. What have I told you? Maybe put some clothes on. You wouldn't be so lurgified, you cheeky little devil. Gila's coming in with 140 stream streaks in a row. Good lord. Oh, my lord. He did a secret train. You bloody well did, Dean. You bloody well did. I didn't even realize there was a train going on, even though I put something in chat, because I was trying to get my green tea sorted. Bloody green tea. Tasty green tea. Tasty green tea. Giles, you lurk away, you beautiful bean. Shade, hello, you glorious individual. Evening, indeed. Indeed, it is. The sun is slowly but surely going down in the sky. I spent a good 10 minutes earlier just out having a cup of tea in the garden. Oh shit, I've got to do all the fucking mirror shit. Oh fuck, completely forgot about that. God damn it. But I can't even today. I can't even. How's it going, Army Blackfire? Thank you very much for coming in for the 39 months with the Prime, you cheeky little devil, you. We have Phoenix of the Fens, Just M, and Artemis Blackfire I've got to put on here. Just M. Get the numbers right. And Artemis Blackfire. All of your names have been inscribed upon the mirror of vein, which means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky little devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow. You know? You know? Cheeky little devils, you. God damn it. Oh yeah, while we're also talking about the donation goal, at the end of each of these donation goals, by the way, friends, at the end of each of the donation goals, when we actually hit the goal, I'm doing rewards for all of the TwitchCon donation goals. And do you know what? I quite like the reward format. I quite like the having the donation goal and then doing something for it. Do you know what I mean? That's sort of like a reward to say a massive thank you to all of you beautiful people for funding the stuff that I need, you know? So the reward for this donation goal is we are going to be I've agreed with Chunk that we are going to do a co-stream together, but a co-stream together right here where we're going to play a variety of games, probably two maybe three games, where one of us is blindfolded and giving instruction. One of us is blindfolded playing a game, and the other one has to give instructions. So we're going old school Nightmare, inspired by Stupedia's Dare. Where, yeah, one of us is going to be blindfolded playing the game, and the other person has to guide them in playing the game. This can only go well, right? This can only go well. I've already arranged it and had it agreed with Chunk. So, yeah, he's said that providing he's not working, he's happy to get involved, which I'm more than happy with, you know? You know? Speaking of rabbit, better nip and put the little boy away in his cage. No, do your thing, Lunacorn. JM Beard, hello, you beautiful being. Alexandra Griffin, hello, you glorious individual. Can I please get a shout out for, hey, Alexandra Griffin? I would really appreciate it. I got really confused the other day, Alexandra, because I popped onto your channel, after you shouted me out in your stream, which was very, very kind of you, you beautiful being. Thank you very much for that. Look at this glorious individual. They deserve all your love and attention. Go click that cheeky little follow button. Go do the thing. What was I saying? Like the bomb disposal game. Yeah, kind of like, yeah, kind of like that. But we'll both be sat here together. Also, how you doing, Zabani? How's it going? Though there if that goes well and people like doing more co-streaming stuff, then maybe we'll do another co-stream like the bomb disposal game. Because that one went pretty fun. That was a good laugh. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh my lordy! People can get some egos in chat. Say a massive thank you to Stupedia for also donating towards our wonderful condoms with my face on them. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Stupedia. God damn it. What did you say? What did you put? Dare I ask? Funny condom slogans. 1, cover your stump before you hump. Don't be silly, protect your willy. If you think she's spunky, cover your monkey. If you go onto heat, package your meat. Don't make a mistake. Cover your snake. And no glove, no love. Which is what the bog trolls say to me when I go out on a night out. God damn it. Yesterday I saw a playful young elephant. Oh my god, that sounds adorable as shit. Was it as adorable as it sounds, Zabadin? Was it as adorable as it sounds? Gosh darn it. Yeah, Alexander Griffin, what I was saying before I got distracted, as I am known to do, was I popped onto your channel after I got a notification saying you'd shouted me out, which was very kind of you. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. And like your videos that popped up, were you, I think you were wearing a wig, wearing like a teal colored wig. And I was like, oh my God, Alexandra's dyed their hair into this beautiful teal color. Oh shit. Well, God, is this, am I on the right channel? No, it is their channel. What the fuck? No. Okay. So yeah, you really suit that color. That's what I wanted to say. That was the whole roundabout thing of what I wanted to say. That's yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's been a very Monday. It has indeed, Dean. I don't think I've been sleeping well because I know that the pollen count here in the UK is ridiculously high, and I don't suffer massively with like hay fever or anything, but I have been waking up shattered. Like I have been waking up every single morning fucking exhausted. So I just don't think I'm sleeping very well, which naturally is having a knock-on effect on my delightful mood, you know? You know, just sitting here in my undies personally, that's all right. The undies is fine, so long as you're not streaking all over the place, Milky Pot. Good lord. Do you know what I mean? Unlike Jam Jar Brain, who's coming in here with the 15 streams in a row you've been streaking through here. Scandalous, I tell you. Bloody scandalous. Your flapping bits be flapping everywhere. Good lord. Good bloody lord, I tell you. Some days definitely like that, for sure. For sure. That is an alert, Valen. Thanks, Embat. Thank you. God damn it. I know you're new to streaming. Yeah. Relatively new. I'm only like 6.5 years in. It's wild. It's wild. I saw a Twitter post earlier. I don't go on Twitter. Panda to my ego. Panda to it. Panda to it.
Funny condom slogans continued. 7. Cloak the Joker before you poke her. 8. Don't be a fool, cover your tool. 9. Stop the stream before you cream. 10. Protect the fish, then put it in the dish. 11. Plug your funnel, then inter the tunnel. 12. Back the mole, then do her hole. 13. Cover your stone before you bone.
Yeah, well, they are definitely slogans. They are definitely slogans. That is yeah, they are there. I said, yeah, they are there. Thank you very much, Stupedia, for the 100 little panderings. I appreciate that. The only one that I remembered was a friend of mine who is very, very Irish, saying very drunkenly, wrap your pecker before your fecker. And I said, that only works because of how strong your accent is. And they were like, I know. That's it. There you go. I was like, fuck's sake. God damn it. God damn it. What was I even saying? I don't even know. Yeah, new to streaming. I popped on Twitter earlier. I don't go on Twitter, but somebody had sent me something via Twitter, so I popped on. And once I dealt with the message or what have you, I automatically, through pure fucking habit, pressed on the home key, as I do with Blue Skies and fucking every social media. I'm like, I've done the thing, press on the home key. And a post popped it up. A post popped it? Valen? Popped it. Post popped it up. A post popped up of Kai Cenat, who is the #1 streamer on the Western, well, on English speaking Twitch streams. And I say that because the #1 streamer, the person who gets the most streams at all, is actually a Spanish speaker. Exactly. Popped it up. And it was saying, Kai Cenat gifts small streamer $2,500 out of nowhere. Ha 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 ha. Isn't Kai a wonderful person? Yes, what a lovely, lovely scenario. Oh my god, she was almost in tears. Because she just got this massive dono of $2,500, which is a lot of money. An unreasonable amount of money. Possibly not a massive amount of money.
Flee!
Oh my lordy. Well, before we get onto that side of things, ladies and gentlemen and all gents outside between, delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders, throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people going in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine? Oh my lordy, the scandal, the preposterousness. How very dare you? Look and come in. You came in here to raid my butt. Oh lordy. Oh hello. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. My butt is now very excited. I hope you brought cocktails. I like cocktails. Okay, can we have a cocktail first? Coming in here to raid my posterior. Oh dear Lord. Oh, the preposterousness. How forward of you scandalous individuals. Babu, hello, you exquisite being. Doing some BG3. What were you doing in BG3? Was it a new run? Was it your first time playthrough? You've played BG3 before, but I don't know whether this is the same playthrough as what it was before, or whether this is a new playthrough. Tell me all of the things.
We're here for that sweet, sweet butt, Valen. Ha ha, just kidding, ha ha. Unless.
Exactly, just kidding. Unless. Well, I mean, unless. You cheeky little devils. People from my stream, go and check out the exquisite, the glorious, the absolutely angelic, and yet filthy Babu. Wonderful human being.
Little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow. I don't like to call people out just in case they are lurking, but you are very, very welcome here, you cheeky little devil. Friends, welcome on in. I am Valen Vane. Vane by name, Vane by nature. Deep as a puddle in summer and love myself just that little bit too much. 2 rules to this channel before you go any further, you cheeky devils. 1, you're not allowed to apologize. No apologies here, you cheeky devils, all right? Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you.
Little stalker.
First of all, thank you very much for the follow, you cheeky devils. Yes, you pre-warned them. Good. You're not filthy. You're disgusting. Disgusting. I completely agree, to be honest with you. That's good. It's a good way forward. Yeah, you're not allowed to apologize. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Makes you a much more positive individual. 2, if you're under the age of 18, then I have to ask you to leave. I'm pretty sure Babu is definitely over the age of 18. And their community is over the age of 18. But on the off chance that some of you have snuck in here being like, I'm totally over 18. like me when I went to nightclubs at the age of 14. Oh, hello. Oh, look at me. I can grow a mustache. It's fine.
Little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you beautiful being. Then I have to ask you to leave because I'm a colossal filth wizard. And I don't want to be corrupting the ears of the young. All right?
Little stalker.
Come back when you're over the age of 18. We'll have a good laugh. All right? All right? This might be offensive. I know why she gets called it. Oh, I mean, to be fair. You know? How's it going, Babu? How was your stream? Let me scroll up. Let me find the bits and pieces. You're in Act 3, first playthrough, and you beat up a big metal thingy. Ah. God, yeah. I love beating big metal thingies. Beating them over and over and over again until they explode. Gets me real hot under the collar. All that beating. Just hot. Oh, gotta love doing that. Exploded all over you. Oh, I'm sure you were a big mess, weren't you? A big mess. Oh, good Lord, look at you. Look at you getting it all exploded all over you. Oh, the scandal, I tell you. The bloody scandal. It's in your hair. Oh, it got everywhere. It got everywhere, I tell you. It was like a Gaviscon advert. It was bloody everywhere. Oh, my lordy. The scandal. Oh, right. Need to clean yourself up. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Need to clean yourself up at camp. I'm sure that Asterion would love to splash you in the river. Yeah. I like Baldur's Gate 3, by the way, friends. I genuinely do like Baldur's Gate 3. We did like a bit of a playthrough of one where we played a Rousey. Phil Thwizard was our character's name. He was the Filth Wizard, And our entire playthrough was, well, for however long we played, it was like 15 weeks or whatever, was what is the most hedonistic choice? So every choice that we had was what brings the most pleasure. We did a hedonism run through, and it was interesting, to say the least. It was interesting. There was a lot of, okay, what's the most pleasurable? You fuck the bear repeatedly? I can't say I'm surprised. Because it's a druid, isn't it? It's the druid. It's the druid who becomes a bear. To be honest with you, what if the druid becomes a bear, all right, and decides to coitally engage with you? How far is that from the website Bad Dragon? Realistically speaking, do you know what I mean? Realistically speaking, how far is that from the website Bad Dragon? Do you know what I mean? It's not too far. It's still a sentient creature, a sentient race of humanoids. They just happen to be really into cosplay, you know? I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there like a condom in an orgy. All right, that's all. I'm just doing that. I'm just doing that, you know? These lot told me off. When I sexy time with Halsin, human style, they destroyed me, so I had to reload and do it in bear form. And I completely understand it, Bearboo. First of all, for your namesake, Bearboo, you wanted to see Halsin's Bearboo, right? You wanted to see, oh, just part of that fair, boo. You know what I mean? Woo, there it is. For starters, branding. And secondly, on top of that, first things first, what is this?
What starts with P ends with on and plays a major role in the film industry? Popcorn.
Panda to Mago, panda to it, panda to it!
Baldur's Gate out here throwing the question of would you rather meet a bear or a man in the woods, into the wind. The question is now, would you fuck them as a man or a bear? And the answer is yes. This is very Beauty and the Beast, and we all know he was more handsome as Beast.
That is true. That is true. No one's questioning that. That is 110% true. That's what it's all about. Also, that was the next thing I was going to say, Bearboo. That a lot of your community, I am led to believe, all right, through the background internet polls that we have done behind your back that nobody actually knows about, are real into Yogi Bear. Just real into them. Yeah, they just wanted Halsin to wear like a little green trilby.
Thanks to Zyberdian for my sub-gift.
Most kind.
Thanks to Zyberdian.
Apparently we've got double alerts today. Apparently we've got double alerts today. Jessica Bean, thank you very much for thanking Zabadian there for your 6-month gift sub. Cheeky little devil. Zabadian, you wonderful bean once again. Jessica Bean, by having your name upon the mirror veining means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil.
Panda to Mago, panda to it, panda to it.
Interruption. Fuck Mondays.
I mean, to be fair, would you rather fuck a bear or fuck Mondays? These are the questions. These are the real questions we've got to answer, all right? I know these raiders came in to raid my butt, but still not a butt Snapchat, okay? By having your name, yeah, I've just said that. But the most important thing, so first of all, you get access to all those sexy little emotes. And then...
Panda to it, panda to it.
Who invented popcorn chicken?
Really enthusiastic. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, you subscribed. Most kind.
Go get food. Go get food. Bearboo, and you know what? All of your wonderful community, all you beautiful people that have come in here, if you all need to disappear off, and after dad jokes like those, I'm not surprised. Please go and do so. Please look after yourselves. Please go grab yourself a snaffly treat or a delightful beverage. As much as I love your attention, and I do love your attention, I fully understand you got lives. Go do your thing. Go look after yourselves. Bearboo, thank you so much once again for bringing all your beautiful people in here. It means the world, and happy 8 years, you beautiful bean. But the most important thing, as I was saying, Jam Jar Brain gifted a sub to Sloppy Seconds. How many months has Sloppy Seconds been gifted in here now? Where did I just put that fucking pen? How many months Sloppy Seconds has been going round? It's more like sloppy quadruplets. Sloppy Seconds, your name is also inscribed upon the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the pair of you have got to roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But God damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow, you know. God damn it, Jam Jar. Sloppy thirds. I'm on board. As long as everyone's consenting adult, I'm game. I am game. Bear, how you doing? How's it going? That's not Bear Boo. That's SI3D printing Bear. Sloppy thirds. I've just said it, so I'll say it all real fast. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not bum Snapchat. Of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes, but the most important thing,
Panda to it.
Why is cheddar popcorn such a terrible joke? It's both corny and cheesy.
Come on. Also, cheddar popcorn sounds vile. Sounds horrible. But the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But God damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Dabber Cogsworth. I am trying to put the mirror down, you cheeky devils. Thank you very much for giving that sub into the wonderful community there. I appreciate that. You can't start a hype train, by the way, friends, because we had one in the intro stream. Like, as we were literally on the intro screen today, the hype train came and went. So there's no way you can start a hype train. Take that. Isocia, how you doing, you beautiful bean? Or is it Isocia? How you doing? How's it going? And Jam Jar Brain gifting a sub to Figging. All of your names have been inscribed upon the mirror vein. By having your names upon the mirror vein, it means... Come on now!
Panda to it.
Evening beans.
Rage, you cheeky devil. Thank you very much for the 100 little panda rings. Oh, my lordy. Oh, my lordy. You lot. Scandalous. Scandalous, I tell you. You can't even start a hype train. There's no point in this. There's no point in you throwing your kindness all over me like... all the stuff that was going on in Bear Boo's stream. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat! And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But God damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow. Rage! I have just said the fucking thing a million times. You can't gift us up to Hype Train. The Hype Train has choo-chooed the fuck out of here. It's gone. It's gone. It is the best way to address a mirror. You know it. You know it, Sia. Hype Train came in like an impromptu erection.
Yeah,
poked me in the back. Wasn't prepared for it. Wasn't expecting it. I dreamed a dream. And now I'm moist. Thank you very much for the follow, you beautiful bean. I don't like to call people out just in case they are lurking, but you are very, very welcome here. I dreamed a wet dream, and now I need to change the bedclothes. Dreamed a dream. Are you drawing willies on the mirror? Most definitely not, Monster Minx. Most definitely not. I'm writing the names of our wonderful subscribers. For those people that don't know, we've been doing this for ages. So all of these mirrors that you see in the background, all of these mirrors across that wall, across the back wall, across this wall that you can't really see, and what is not window of the wall behind my PC are all covered in mirrors, and every single one of them is covered in subscriber names from the past like 6 years. We've been doing this a real fucking long time. So yeah. I dreamed a dream. Your name is also inscribed upon the mirror vein. By having your name on the mirror vein means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat. Of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes, but the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy, oh yes, meow, you know? You know? You cheeky little devils, you. Oh my lordy, thank you so much, you beautiful beans. For a non-hype train. It's very, very kind of you. It's very kind of you. How's it going, Monster Banks? How you doing, you beautiful bean? Or would you prefer blue? Would you prefer blue? It's up to you. Pixie Bomb, how's it going, you beautiful bean?
Yeah.
Biohazard.
Missed kind.
You waited, didn't you? You waited. You waited until I put that bloody mirror down. I know you. I know you, Biohazard.
Hand it to my ego. Hand it to it. Hand it to it.
My wife said she found my first grey hair, but I didn't believe her for the longest time. Then when I was brushing my teeth this morning, I saw it in the mirror, on the left side of my mustache. It was right under my nose this whole time.
Oh, that hurt me. That hurt me, Zabadian. Oh, my soul. Oh. Don't laugh. Do not encourage this shit. Oh, good lord. You wound me. You wound me with the cringe of dad jokes. Oh, my lord. Oh. God damn it. Thank you very much for giving us up to Bearboo there. I know that they've gone off to grab food, but I will still inscribe their name on the mirror vein.
Hand it to it.
Interruption. Compounding the irritation because we love you. Also, that joke was awesome.
Do not encourage this behavior. Do not do it. By having your name on the mirror vein means you get access to Bearboo from your land of lurk, where you're snaffling treats. Snaffling them. Hopefully like a little squirrel. Nom, 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 nom. By having your name on the mirror vein means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat. Of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes, but the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Oh, yes. Meow. You know? You know? Have you found the secret for Sober Valen? I did find the secret for Sober Valen. Bloody shot of vodka in the freezer. Oh.
Subscribed. Missed kind. Yeah, you subscribed. Missed kind.
That was 2. Rach gifting us up to more dad jokes. And Jamjar giving us up to Anal Ring of Saturn. That does mean that Saturn is the worst and biggest butt plug of the galaxy. You realize this? You realize this? You know, spending your grocery order. Go team! Go team! Because Saturn does not have a flared base. Saturn does not have a flared base. All right? You are going to lose it. Lose it in the butthole.
Do you know why astronomers named the planet Saturn? It just had a nice ring to it.
Yeah, you subscribed. Missed kind.
This vexes me. God damn it. Bye, Arthur. Thank you very much for giving us up to Monster Minx Blue. Monster Minx Blue is a good friend of mine. They are a special effects artist. They make masks and other special effects things. I once asked them...
Ooh, little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you beautiful bean. I really appreciate it. I don't like to call people out just in case they're lurking, but you are very, very welcome here, you wonderful bean. I once asked them, I was dressing as Hades for a show down in London, and I was like, hey, Monster Minx, could you make me human faces that look like they're stretching out from my skin, like the souls of the damned? And they did a fantastic job. They did a fantastic job, do you know what I mean? What's going on? How are you doing? To be fair, Monday has been diabolically Monday-ish. Zombie Crush. Or Zombie Kush,
Panda to
excuse me.
Mago. Panda to it. Panda to it.
NASA decided to put a random object on all of Saturn's moons. So now there's Attack on Titan.
Zabadian, for the first time in my life, I think I enjoyed that one. I love Attack on Titan. I love Attack on Titan. More dad jokes. The name of the subscriber, not an incentive for you people, god damn it. All right. Anal rings
Panda to
of
Mago.
Saturn.
Panda to it. Panda to it.
I see you shiver with Antisai.
I'm gonna get fucking flashbacks from this, Stupedia. I'm gonna go and see the Rocky Horror Picture Show when it comes visiting in July. I'm gonna go see Rocky Horror Picture Show, and then I'm gonna be like, no, no. Oh God, no, please, no, don't do this. Oh God, please stop, don't do this. Do you know what I mean? That is what's gonna happen. That is what's gonna happen. And then Monster Minx Blue. All of your names have been inscribed upon the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes, but the most important thing is you go roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But God damn, do I make rough look good? Sexy, oh, yes, meow, you know? The only way to do it. The only way to do it. It was Biohazard, Monster Minx. Don't thank them too much, all right? They'll get excited. And then we'll have to clean up after them. Jesus, it'll be ridiculous. I appreciate that nobody knows how to pronounce Kofi. Yeah, exactly, Alexander. It's preposterous. It's preposterous. All right, I'm going to try and catch up with chat. How's it going, Dapper Cogsworth? Hello, you beautiful being. How you doing? Zabadian, of course. Hello, you glorious individual. With you on the Monday feelings. Nasty toothache started last night. Got an emergency filling today. Well, I'm glad that you managed to get the emergency filling sorted today, Dean. That's very, very good. But it sucks that you got root canal tomorrow. That sounds fucking real shit. That sounds real fucking shit. Semba, you beautiful bean. I'm just trying to catch names so I can say hi to people. While I catch up with stuff that's going on. Phoenix the Fens, of course, you beautiful individual. Moosey Faye, hello, you exquisite individual. Kiara Strings, yo, how you doing? How's it going? Hope that you enjoyed the gym earlier, you beautiful bean. I assume that you went to the gym because you are a delightful gym bunny, right? Clothes are overrated. Clothes were overrated in the sunshine today. I went outside wearing a very small pair of shorts into the garden so I could bask in the sunlight, and then I got hit in the face because there is a wind tunnel near my house, and it pushes all of the sakura bloom, otherwise known as cherry blossom, the sakura bloom, into my face and into my tea, and I was not happy about that. Bastards. Fucking flowers in my tea. Yeah, I know.
Panda to Mago. Panda to it. Panda to it.
Freddie Mercury, Bruno Mars and Venus Williams all walk into the same bar, but they didn't plan it.
God damn it, Zabadian. Thank you very much for all these bitties, by the way, Zabadian, but god damn it. God damn it. Valen in shorts, you mean a G-string? I don't mean a G-string. I mean short shorts. If anyone remembers the peachy pink shorts that I wore when myself, Dapper Dame, Zara Zodiac, and Local Snack Preferences all played Grounded together, those specific shorts, they were the ones. Not jorts. No, they were fucking short shorts. My ass was hanging out. And I got a tiny ass. They weren't hot pants because they weren't tight. My bits were flowing in the wind, you know, but it was only my garden, so nobody fucking matters. It don't matter. Don't fucking matter, you know. How's it going, Alien Zana? Hello, you beautiful individual. Artemis Blackfire, of course. Jam Jar, how you doing? How's it going? Was talking about you, so I shouted you out. I appreciate that. Well, I hope you were saying everything bad, Alexandra Griffin. I hope you were saying, oh, that Valen Vane, he's such an unscrupulous cur. What a bounder and a cad he is. What a bounder and a cad. Good Lord. The scandal. Look at him. And his beautiful face. God damn it. That's what I hope you said about my delightful features, right? All right. Let me scroll down. It was very adorable. You saw a number of amazingly colored birds. I do love birds. I do have to say. And I don't mean that in the slur way, or the slur / street slang way of speaking of women, you know. You're in the zoo in Rotterdam. There's the zoo in Rotterdam. Maybe that could be my hangover cure, Zabadian, when I go for TwitchCon EU, which I am in the process of planning out, by the way, friends. I am now that they've released the TwitchCon schedule of exactly what is going on what day and what have you. I'm in the process of planning all that out, because I've already agreed that we're definitely gonna go clubbing one night because I want to go party. I've agreed with another streamer that I will take her to a strip joint, so I'm going to a strip joint somewhere in Rotterdam, and I have also said that I'm going to meet up with whoever wants to meet up for like a daytime brunch, lunch, midday meal for those people that don't like to go out partying that happen to be around. So those things are all happening. I'm just trying to work out exactly when they're occurring, okay? But I feel like going to the zoo in order to cure a hangover sounds like a great idea. Sounds like a bloody great idea, you know? Just found out recently that Durex stands for durability, reliability, and excellence. You learn something new every day. It does. It does indeed. I knew that from many moons ago, when I worked in a pharmaceutical company and we had to learn about like the regulations or the lack of regulations around like sex toys and stuff like that. But in the training that we had for auditing, they brought up Durex and stuff. Did the TTS say the line even though the message got deleted? The TTS did indeed say the line even though the message got deleted. The message got deleted for, like, I understand why it got deleted, because it was the number, then a dot, and then a word without a space, which meant that it was all thingy. But yeah, it is wild. It is wild. I don't know whether there's a way of stopping that, Sembar, but it is wild. Crass, but the accent saves it. Oh, very much so, Authenticator. But then any kind of slogan around putting a condom on, any kind of slogan about putting a condom on is going to be crass. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be crass. And also, thank you very much for all those people that have stuck around from the Bear Boo raid. I really appreciate it. Welcome on in, you beautiful beans. You love cocktails? I get the gin. Oh, Rosie Gamer. I can't deal with gin, but I do love a cocktail. If I could not taste the gin, then I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. I'm okay with that. Do you know what I mean? I do like cocktails. Cocktails are fun. And if you're coming in to raid my butt, then, you know. You know. Scrolling down. Whipping down. Thank you very much for the whip command. Yeah, I'm just trying to catch up with chat so that I am not too far behind. Bearboot, of course. Fantastic. It's a Dean, yeah, Dapper Cogsworth. Zooey Booey, hello, you beautiful bean. How you doing? Welcome on in here. I haven't actually said hello to all these new people that came in with the raid as well. I should probably do that. Where were we? There we go. Gibbo Dragon, Valhalla's Tavern. Chubby Cheeks, love your name. How you doing? How's it going? Joe Joy, hello, you glorious bean. Zara Day, is it Zara Dea? Deira? Please let me know how to pronounce your name if you're still here. If you're still here, because these are all the people who come from in the raid, and they may have disappeared off for their own things. That Rosie, the Rosie Gamer, Mama Bakes, Mr. Psychic, of course, you wonderful bean. How's it going? Oh my lord, I'm gonna butcher your name. Tittle Toot. Tittle Toot. I love your name. Welcome on in. I can't pronounce it, but I love it. It feels good in the mouth, you know? Feels good in the old mouth. We love that, don't we? Van literally sounding how my voice actually sounds today. I feel called out. Look, I can't deny this, okay? Can't verify or deny it. It's the only way it works. How you doing, Gibbo Dragon? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well, friend. You were supposed to tap my head. Look. I don't know whether Bear Boo is still here or whether they've come back from food or what have you, but in answer to your question, I am definitely going to TwitchCon AU. Yes, 100%. I have bought my hotel. I have bought the flights. I have bought train tickets. I have got everything now. Everything is done. The only thing that I am now trying to sort out is paying for my business cards. But yeah, I need all new ones. I need all new ones. I'm going to get 200 new business cards. You know, even packed to Biohazard. Yeah, I need to throw them at the adoring fans, and then they'll all look at Biohazard and go, ugh, oh no, don't touch it. It's biohazardous. Oh god. Fuck the bear. I don't think we actually got to the point where we would fuck the bear in Baldur's Gate 3, but I would have done. I would have been up for it. I would have been up for it. You know, try everything twice because the first time it might hurt, and I feel like fucking a bear would probably hurt. But fuck it, I'm game. That is a druid that is transformed into a bear, not just a bear. You know? And then chaos and shenanigans. Jessica Bean, hello, you beautiful bean. Long time no see. Hope you're doing all right. Behind your back. Back shots, exactly. Poking me right in the spine. Couldn't help myself. Talk about snatching that picnic hamper. What can I say? What can I say? Better than a marmalade sandwich. Do you know what? I'm going to whip right. Jesus, I'm so fucking far behind in chat. I'm just going to whip right the way down to the bottom. I'm whipping right the way down to the bottom. And then I'm scrolling up a wee bit. So that anybody that is, as per usual, friends, if there is something that I have missed that is vitally important, please just copy and paste it into chat. Please just copy and paste it into chat. Because I definitely will have missed stuff. I definitely will have missed stuff. It's all good, though. Hey, Lazana. I swear Val's just going to end up streaming one of these days because these dad jokes will... I will laugh so hard. And do you know what, Eris Ptolemy? If we get to a point where all of the stuff that I need for TwitchCon has been like fully funded and all that jazz, I am prepared to do a dad joke stream. I will hate every second of it. It will make my entire soul cringe. But we will play some game where there are a maximum amount of dad jokes, and I will make sure that people can redeem me to do dad jokes are like super cheap. And it'll vex me in my very soul. But I know you people will love it. I know you'll love it. That'll be your reward for helping me get to TwitchCon and do all the bits and pieces and all the shenanigans, all right? I've said it on the internet now, so I've got to commit to it, right? Razov said, God damn it. Thank you very much for the 139. Yes, friends, that is a Jigglypuff with my face on it. There's quite a few. There's quite a few cursed Pokemon that have got my face on them. We also have a Wallace and Gromit with mine and Chunk's faces on it. A Pinky and the Brain with mine and Chunk's faces on it. A He-Man and She-Ra with mine and Chunk's faces on it. There's a whole load of them. There's a whole load of them around the place. Oh my lordy. Is it Aries or Ares? Welcome on in. How you doing? How's it going? First time watching me. Well, you've been thrown in at the deep end, friend. How you doing? Welcome on in. This is the home of hedonism, the cult of vain, as we call it. This is my home. I decorated like Prince Fuck the Moulin Rouge because that makes me feel comfortable. In my little soul. My entire aesthetic is when people walk into my house and go, ooh, I question my life choices. What the fuck is going on here? You know? What the fuck is going on here? And they look badly short, like badly cut videos. Took away the fun out of them. Wait, what? What? Oh, no, you're having a conversation. That's good. That's all right. That's good. NASA decided to put... Oh, yeah. No, saw that one. Saw that one. Random fact about... You found Burundi coffee today. Is it good coffee, though? Did you find it and buy it, Biohazard? Or did you just find it? These are the things that I need to know. For those people that don't know, we had a wonderful member of the community called Accra Star who was threatening to beat me up, and I told her that I no longer live in the UK. I live in Burundi. I have emigrated away to Burundi. Why Burundi? No one knows, but I have. That's it. That's the thing. And now it's a whole thing where, like, for dares and stuff, I have to sing the national anthem of Burundi. Being as somebody who does not speak the local language. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Could someone explain what gifting a sub means? I'm old. Do I need to feed them? Take them out for walks? Yes. Monster Minx Blue. A gifted sub is like somebody giving you a Tamagotchi. All right. You need to feed it every day. All right. Every so often it'll cry at you because you haven't played with it enough. And every so often it'll just leave a shit on the screen. I'm gonna clean it up. There you go. But basically what it means is it means that being subscribed to this channel means you get access to all of my emotes. There's like level 1, tier 1 emotes, tier 2 emotes, tier 3 emotes. But the most important thing about it, first of all, you can use those emotes anywhere, not just in this community, but you can use them across everywhere else. So you can take our emotes and use them in other people's streams. Some people get real panicky about that, but we are not emote Nazis. I love seeing other people's emotes in this stream. So friends, you have my open permission to use anybody's emotes here. I'm all about it. And on top of that, and the most important thing is you do not get you don't get any ads on stream. Subscribers don't get ads, so you can watch my stream without adverts. Speaking of adverts, but they have literally just started. They have literally just started. So those people that are not subscribed are now currently watching adverts, and thank you very much to those. Well, they can't hear me, but I really appreciate people watching the ads because it means that like I get a 55% kickback from the ad revenue, which is really, really nice, and it helps me out. It does indeed help me out. But it doesn't cost you a thing. So somebody else paid for you to not see ads, effectively. Monster Minx Blue. There you go. Poor Valen's gonna have, yeah, exactly. Post-traumatic stupidia disorder. That's amazing. I love that. I love that. You're always excited. I know that Biohazard. Scandalous, I tell you. Completely out of character. What is going on? What is happening here? Scully Bones, how you doing? Welcome on. You're late. What did you miss? Bearboo came in. You all raided my butt, but don't worry, you bought me a cocktail first. I'm feeling quite giddy because of the butt raiding. And generally speaking, shenanigans and preposterousness. If you are here, you might have just hit an advert. I hope you haven't, but I'll tell you again after the adverts are finished. You know. Would it be possible to see the book that you put the names into? Yes. No. Not at the moment, because the drawer that it's in is trapped behind Crochet Valen. So I can't do it at the moment, but I can do it. Ask me again tomorrow, and I'll get the book with all the names in it. I'll get the book with all the names in it. For those people that don't know, we have a beautiful teal book that's got every single time that we fill a mirror, I take another mirror that hasn't been used in a while, write all the names from that mirror into the Grimoire of Vane, then clean that mirror down so that we are recycling our mirrors, because we believe in recycling. And I also don't have any more wall space. I don't have any more wall space, and they're all full. They are completely full. So yeah, that's the dynamic there. That is the dynamic there. But yeah, the Grimoire of Vane is here. It's in one of these drawers, but it's behind Crochet Valen, so I can't actually do it. For those people that don't know, I can go down there. This is Crochet Valen. Ugh. Handmade by Itzadine. It's a life-size crochet doll of myself. And it shits me up all the time. Walk into the room. Oh my god, oh my god, no, it's alright. It's okay. It's Crochet Valen. It's fine. It's not somebody trying to murder me. You know? Coffee. No repeats. I know, right? Scandalous. Couldn't go to the gym, wanted to, had to get something off my boyfriend, couldn't stay out too long, needed to wait for something at home. Ah, okay, cool. Well, I hope that you managed to have a wonderful time at the gym tomorrow then, Kiara. Valen in shorts, I know, right? I know. What are the scandalous scenarios, okay? I've renewed my appreciation for people who work as painters. Yeah. Decorating one's house is a laborious task. I'm great with it for a little while, and then I got bored really, really easily. Like, real quickly. A lot of it comes down to not wanting to have to prepare the room first, like put covers on everything, and therefore end up with furniture covered in like tiny little paint flecks and stuff. Ugh, pain in the ass.
Yeah,
Pain in the ass.
subscribed.
Bits, you cheeky devil. You cheeky individual coming here for the 15 months. I shall now inscribe your name upon the mirror of vein. By having your name upon the mirror of vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all this sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you got to roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Oh, yes, meow. You know? Yeah, no? Ooh, cheeky. Cheeky. Thank you very much for the whip command there, Jam Jar. Appreciate that. Valen in a party. Blink and he will vanish. Hold on to him. Yeah, there's a few of you. There's a few of you that from the community that have seen me when on a night out. And it is true. I do tend to disappear. I do a very good disappearing act. The zoo in Rotterdam is called Die Garde Biljsdorp? Blijdorp, maybe. Literary translation of the Animal Garden Happy Village. Oh, I love that. It's quite nice. Sadly, the amazing butterfly enclosure is closed due to storm damage. Oh no, I hope the butterflies were okay. Hope they were all right. Do you expect me to believe that? Oh my god, Stupedia. Come on now. Forgot it's a Monday. It is indeed a Monday, Razotta. And it has been quite the Monday. I said at the beginning of the stream, I was not in the mood to stream today. But sometimes when you're a content creator, you just got to press go live. You just got to do it. You got to get done. And you know what? I'm glad that I did. Because you've picked my mood up real good, like. You know? Arrays, how you doing, you beautiful bean? You're back from the ads now. I believe you're back from the ads now. And also, Scully Bones, how you doing? That's all grand and dandy. You're not too late. Don't worry. You haven't missed anything. You just missed Bearboo raiding my butt. You know, I and IJ is one letter in, and how do you pronounce that letter, Sembar? Ish? That's what springs to my mind when I see like I and J. IJ? Ija? Ija? You got ad blocker? You watch everything? Oh, you're grand then. Arrays. Oh, please also let me know how to pronounce your name. I'm sure it's not Arrays, but I'm doing the best I can. Do you still write all the names in the book when the mirrors are cleaned? Yes, we can. Yes, I do still write all the names in the book, but I haven't, like, the book, is behind a whole load of drawers. Or it's in a drawer behind a whole load of stuff at the moment. Remember the idea of Valencon? I do indeed, Biohazard. Many moons ago. It was during the pandemic that really kicked off. We were like, oh, the whole community can all get together. We'll do Valencon. That'll be excellent. That'll be really fun. How's it going, Duchess Demona? How you doing, you beautiful beam? There's something that you missed. Oh my god, Stupedia. God damn it. Are you sure? Every time you say you'll hate something, it makes me think that you're suffering, and I don't want that for you. Ayla Zana, I will... Yes. I am sure that the dad jokes will make me suffer. 110%. But, as you should know by now, but I'll remind you, because many people forget, many people worry, and they overthink things, okay? I will remind you that there is never anything that I do on stream that I am absolutely against. I will never do something that I absolutely despise. Everything that I do on stream, I commit to, I consent to, and I am prepared to suffer through of my own free will and volition for the entertainment of this wonderful community. Okay? And as I say that, Nibirin has redeemed a dad joke. Also, Authenticator, I have seen that you have redeemed a Ask Valishmex question. I will answer it momentarily, you beautiful being. I'll answer it momentarily. Yes, music. Pause. We need silence for this. Let me have a look-see. Oh, God. I'm trying to find one that you people also haven't said on stream at some stage. Oh my God. These are bad. Oh, God. Hey, come here. Come here. No, come here. Too close. Did you hear? Did you hear that I got an A on my origami exam? They knew straight away as soon as I turned my paper into my teacher. Turn my paper into my teacher. Oh. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Oh. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Turn my paper into my teacher because it was origami. And origami is the art of folding paper into other creatures. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Oh, jokes are so much funnier when you explain them. Thank you, Nibirin, for that. I appreciate you redeeming a dad joke and putting us all through that. The pity bitty of shame. Yeah, that is deserved. That was deserved. That level of shame is 110% deserved. Oh my God. Quirky Grit, how you doing? Your wee face. Ah, I've got a very big face. Look at it. It's like 2/3 face and 1/3 forehead. Okay. Right. 15 minutes ago. First of all, Authenticator, are you still here? Before I answer your question, I want to make sure you're still here. Love Abby Stabby's drawings. Yeah. Abby Stabby is an amazing artist. The artist of all of our little emotes and a whole load of our merchandise and stuff, you know. I have to go to a yarn shop for a crochet hook and other bits and pieces. See you in 3 hours. No worries, and you take it easy. See, welcome on in. Yes, Authenticator. That's cool. 15 minutes ago, Authenticator, excuse me, asked me a Schmex question. For those people that don't know, I am a sex educator, and we answer these sex education questions completely seriously. This isn't a take the piss scenario, even though we've just done a dad joke. Do you know what I mean? Can we talk about the aftercare sometimes, like autistic?
Hand it to Mago. Hand it to it.
I heard crochet hook. There are more hookers here.
There are many more hookers. Many people enjoy the indulgences of crochet. It's a Dean. Thank you very much for the 100 little band rings. If people would like to talk about it, I know that lots of people talk about crochet and bits and pieces in the Discord. You cheeky little devils all jumping in the Discord and what have you. 2 seconds. You also dabble in the hooking. Sometimes you just got to be a bit of a hooker. Do you know what I mean? Right. As I was saying, can we talk about aftercare sometimes? Like, Autistic Me wants to make a checklist for future pre-sexy time conversation. Because aftercare and anything resembling pleasure and consideration was completely absent from my sex education. Like, are there any actions gendered? Or should we degender them? I don't know. I have questions. That one's a hard to answer question, Authenticator, because it's different per person. Like, aftercare looks different depending on what your lover, sub, dom, etc., what they need and expect, what their needs are. It's hard to make like a checklist of stuff, because there wouldn't be like a one-size-fits-all, if that makes sense. But in regards to like generic stuff, making sure that the person has something that will bring them comfort, usually like a blanket, like a cozy blanket, after they've been through a particularly rigorous session, so that when they're in sub drop, they can feel comfort, they can feel cozy, stay with them. So that if they hit sub drop, and we're talking like the BDSM scenario because that tends to be what goes for aftercare, but any kind of aftercare comes with it. Like staying with somebody, staying near them. If they want physical contact, giving them the physical contact, giving them the like tenderness that they may require. Hydration, yeah, 100% hydration is always good. Having some sugar as well, if they're having a particularly strong drop, having some like chocolate bars or some sweets or some kind of treats that they like around, so that they can just get those blood sugars back up and what have you. As I said, hydration. But a lot of it, like I said, comes down to comfort. Making sure that you're there for that person, that you are spending time with that person, that you are giving them comfort in whatever form that takes. And for some people, that is leaving them alone. It needs to be said, for some people, that is leaving them alone. Some people do not do well with physical aftercare. The best thing you need to do is ask them, speak to your partner and or partners, see what it is that works for them. See, before you get into it, before you get to the stage where aftercare is required, ask them about what is most preferable. Ask if they know what they need, if they want to be touched, if they know words of affirmation, then needs that they need / know will work. They have snacks and drinks that helps. Yeah, 100%. So asking them in advance before any kind of intimacy happens, or intimacy or fetish / kink stuff happens, ask them in advance of what is required of you for aftercare. Ask them what they need. Also, be clear about what your needs are as well, because dom drop is also a thing, you know? If you are a person that needs physical contact, and be like, okay, this is cool, I can give you this aftercare, but then I will need some aftercare. Once your aftercare has been facilitated and you're feeling a little bit better and you're feeling a bit better about yourself, etc., then I have certain needs that are required. You know, sometimes somebody needs a lot of distance, and other times other people need some physicality, etc. You know, I guess I meant specifically physical aftercare, like who gets the water or the washcloth or whatever. Depends on the dynamic of your situation. Generally speaking, and this is a very big generalization because every single situation with 2 or more people depends on their dynamic. The dominant individual will facilitate the aftercare. So if you are the dominant person in the situation. You are there to cater for the punishment, the BDSM, the restraint, whatever the kinky scenario may be, and then facilitate the aftercare as well. Usually. In regards to preparation stuff, make sure that it's prepared. Make sure it's good. If you're the person that's going to be needing the aftercare, make sure that the stuff that you need is available and easily attainable. If you're the person that is facilitating the aftercare for somebody else, then make sure that you have everything that they need easily available, easily within reach, so that you can quickly grab it as and when they need it, you know? Especially because with a lot of things, especially when it comes to stuff like sub drop, which is the drop that a submissive gets after a scene, sometimes they can be quite non-verbal, you know? Weighted blankets can be a good way to meet aftercare, deep pressure, contact needs. 100%. My experience is the one with the least risk of leaving drops, liquids, stains behind. Is the most lucid. Yes. Yeah. For sure. But getting as much stuff done as possible in advance is the preference. I suppose that's probably where your tick list would come in. Right, okay, what am I going to need for this situation? Not only what am I going to need for the scene, but what else? Take vanilla sex, for example. And there's nothing wrong with vanilla sex for those people who want it. Take vanilla sex, for example. Cool. We are going to do vanilla sex. I am going to need lubricant just in case. I'm going to need a condom if you are a person with somebody that, I'm not going to turn around and say you should always use condoms. I'm going to say that if you are with somebody that if you are in a situation where you don't want to get pregnant, you should always use a condom. If you're in a situation where you don't want where there is a potential risk of STIs even in the smallest dynamic, then wear a condom. Generally speaking, wear a condom. But I also know that there will be people in the community that are in long-term relationships with a partner they have been with for a million, billion, trillion years, and one of the partners is on some description of birth control, and they don't want to wear a condom together. And that's okay. That's all right. But I'm covering all eventualities. You know, preparation stuff for normal sex, lubricant, condoms. And then for after sex, some description of cloth or tissue or something to clean up afterwards. You know, that kind of thing is all covered. Those are your standard sort of tick list side of things, you know? If you are getting into the BDSM side of things, you prepare for the scene. Okay, what am I going to need? I'm going to need shackles. I'm going to need floggers. I'm going to need paddles. I'm going to need a blindfold. I'm going to need a gag. I'm going to need, these are the things that you prepare for the scene. Once you prepared the scene, cool. What do I need for aftercare? I need a weighted blanket. I need hydration fluid, maybe some kind of sports drink that has the electrolytes and the hydration fluid. I'm going to need some snacks that they can nibble upon, that they're going to feel, that they're going to get comfort from. I'm also going to need to block out time for myself so that I can sit there with them and just hold them if they want to be held. Sit there and just be with them, you know? That kind of thing. Does that answer your question, Authenticator? Have you got any further questions from off the back of that? No worries, Monster Minx. You take it easy. Thank you very much, Arrays. I appreciate that. I do my best. All right. Don't remind me. Millions of years. Don't you even. BioBunny's a wonderful individual. You are extremely lucky to have them. Yeah. Cool. I hope that answers your question. And if not, then let me know if you've got any further questions. All right. I'm making fun of ourselves. Oh no, non-binary. Jokes on everyone else. Oh god. Its own local stores, freshly roasted. Even have Burundi currency. I've got the Burundi flag and I've got Burundi currency. And I'm pretty sure it's a closed circuit currency, isn't it, Biohazard? I'm pretty sure it's highly illegal for me to have Burundi currency outside of Burundi. Not illegal in this country, but illegal in Burundi for me to have the Burundi currency. I know there's a couple of closed currency markets in the world, you know? Why Burundi? Because they're one of the only places that hadn't heard of Valen, so he actually let him in. That is true. That is 100% true. 100% true. Do you know the founder of Burundi? Yes. Of course I do. Yep. They're all about it. Yeah. We're all about it. Best pals. Providing they're a decent human being. If they're not a decent human being, then I don't like them at all. Ugh. I don't know anything about them. I don't know anything about them, but I'm obviously best pals. Amy Samisu, hello, you beautiful bean. Can I get a shout out for Amy Samisu, please? I would really appreciate it. I'd really appreciate it. Where have you been, Amy? I've been missing your streams. I've been missing your streams, you cheeky devil. You're like one of my go-to morning people. And I know that you've been away doing other bits and pieces. And that's entirely fair because you got a life. But still. Ah, the scandal, I tell you. The scandal. Thank you very much. Where's the pop-up? Why is the pop-up not working? Confound thee, Firebot. Turn you off and on again. People go check out Amy Samisu. The link is in the chat there. The link is in the chat. Go check out Amy Samisu. Amy Samisu is a wonderful human being. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful being. A member of my wonderful stream team. Or the stream team I'm a part of. There we are. There we are. Go and check out this wonderful being. Look at them. They're glorious and spectacular. You've got some amazing eyeliner going on there, Amy. And they play a whole... Thanks, Biohazard. Just checking. I'm sure you were just checking, you shit. God damn it. God damn it. I realized that I've asked twice, could not tell you how far down you are in chat, so skip over me asking again. No, I was about to say, if you want to ask me something, Jam Jar, that's cool. I have literally just done, I've got to Dean saying, my son, in reference to Crochet Valen. Tell Crochet Valen to get the fuck out of the way and or pass the buck. Crochet Valen. You heard them. Don't look at me like that. Get the book. No, not having any of it. Not having any of it. Also be gymming tomorrow, gonna lift heavy shit and then put it back down again. That tends to be the go-to thing for a lot of people in the gym. It has to be said. Has to be said. I've only just done my banisters and the wood, the wall that holds them all up. And it reminds me of how crap I am at painting. Painting is a pain in the hoop. Painting is a pain in the hoop, Astra. So I completely get it. Completely get it. Finally back, Rabbit gave me the runaround. Got talking to my neighbor. That's entirely fair. Lunicon, welcome back, you beautiful bean. Welcome back, you glorious individual. I sent a voice message because I have no of explaining the sound. Okay. Music, shut the fuck up.
Hey.
Oh, I need to turn that right up. Is it this one?
Hey.
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 A, as in the A bit of the I. A. Is that it? Yes, A? Cool. Now I can't remember what the reference was. I specifically needed that name for the... Jesus Christ. The Happy Garden of thingy. Did that just turn that up? Oh no, I turned the speaker up. Of course I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. Just deafened myself. You people were fine, but I got deafened. You don't like dad jokes that make you... They are making you suffer. Oh, yeah, 100% a raise. 100%. Not a fan of the dad jokes, but I will read them if the chat redeem them. You know what I mean? One of those situations. How's it going, Petrichor Love? Hello, you beautiful bean. With Grayson in Edinburgh, introducing him to your fabness. Oh, Grayson, hello, you beautiful individual. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a wonderful time with Petrichor Love. They are also glorious and beautiful and spectacular. I was going to say spectacular and beautiful, and then said spootiful, and then bailed. Spootiful. They are spootiful. God damn it. Oh, yes. It's the only way they know how to be. Do you know what I mean? Did not fully recall what I said. Great. The Diergarten Bledop. Bledop. Like that? The Diergarten Bledop. Backtacular. The Backtacular. That's when I get it right in the back of my throat. Oh, there it was. There it was. That happened. Spootiful. Exactly. Spootiful. The only way, Quirky Critter. The only way. So it's so spootiful, right? Non-binary, how you doing? Feels sad that you can't lay down because every time I lay down to sleep, I rest my body. I want to gag. Do you know what you need? I'll show you. I'm not going to turn around and tell you that they're cheap because they're definitely not. I'm sure you can probably get them cheaper. Can you show me the thing that... Do you still sell it anymore? Bear with me, friends. This? Will it be in here? This. Oh, can I even show that? Okay, I can show it this way. That's grand. That works. This, something like this might help. Non-binary. These are like wedge pillows. This comes off. They are detachable entirely, but they're like wedge pillows. Now, I got these from Love Honey. Love Honey very, very kindly sent me a set of these. And they are therefore specifically for sexual positions, getting into comfortable sexual positions, you know. However, I will say that like I was ill about a few months ago, and there was a point where I was like real sniffly and snotty and horrible, and I ended up like lying on these to keep my alleviated back, like keep my back up, so I could still like lie down and what have you, but my back was up, so I was in more of an upright, slightly more upright position. And that really helped like decongest and shit like that. I don't know whether anything like that would happen. Obviously, I'm not a medical professional, so I ain't got a fucking clue. But if you could get something like that, probably not these ones because these ones are really expensive. But if you could get like a wedge pillow of some description that would be able to keep you slightly more upright, something like that might help. Obviously, speak to a medical professional. They might have better ideas, but you know. Okay, I see. I see non-binary. Okay. But in which case, I got no idea. I got no idea. That was the only idea that came to mind. If it's uncomfortable lying down, because of it and stuff, then something like that might. That's where my mind goes anyway. You know. Yeah. Good golly, you know it. Classic chunk. Yeah, cheeky little devil, you.
It happened.
Oh, look, it did happen. Oh, my God. Are you the first person? You are the first person to hit 69 months in this stream. People go check out Classic Chunk. He's my housemate. We played Raft together. I was literally in this stream. I was helping him build a raft. Our raft is real stressful for anybody who likes organization.
Yeah, you subscribe. You must kind.
Also, hello.
Also, hello, Dr. K.
And
oh,
Oh, it's that time again.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is that time again. It is that time again. After all the bloody kindness, and this is the last day, by the way, friends. This is the absolute last day of the cheap hype trains. For those people that don't know, when I did my partnerversary, we had a dare that said, hey, you need to do the next 7 streams with the hype train at its minimum trigger allowance, which is 2 events, I think. Rage, thank you very much for giving this up to na. Dr. K. Ross, Classic Chunk, and nah.
Hand it to my
Nah.
hero. Hand it to it. Hand it to it.
I shan't poke, but I shall prod.
Don't poke it. For those people that don't know, those people that are new here, we treat hype trains like an impromptu erection. If you leave it alone, it'll go away. Nah. You are on the Mirror Vein along with Classic Chunk and Dr. K. Ross. By having your name on the Mirror Vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky little devils. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow, you know. Friends, Classic Chunk is the first person to get 69 months. 69 months.
But it's a lot more fun if you play with it.
If you keep playing with it, it might explode. All right? If you keep playing with it, it might explode. We've talked about this before. Keep playing with it, it might explode.
Filthy.
They're just cleaning each other. They are just cleaning each other. Calm yourselves. They're just cleaning each other, God damn it. Nala Yoda, thank you very much this evening. Shade, thank you very much for the 100 little panderings. Quirky Crit, thank you very much for the 100 little panderings, you cheeky little devils. Yes, friends. We have an impromptu erection going on. And also, Classic Chunk is the first person to hit 69 months. I have decided, I committed about 6 months ago that when someone hit 69 months, we would start giving out prizes. I'd start sending out stuff. I haven't sorted it out yet, but I will get that all sorted. Something provocative, more than likely. Fortunately, I live with Classic Chunk, so I can just hand it to him. If it's something that he wants. If it's something that he wants, you know? That's me, Classic Chunk, and Beardy Dan as the as the members of Rainbow. Do you know what I mean? At least you 7 postage. I believe well will. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Just keep poking. Just keep poking. Just keep poking.
Yeah,
What do we do? We poke.
Kind.
Just keep poking. Just keep poking.
Yeah,
Just
you
keep
subscribe.
poking.
Most
What
kind.
do? We poke.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, Just a Mona. God damn it.
kind.
Midgarder, Dr. K. Ross giving us up to Cum Train.
Because there's some first-class mail on my screen, Valenford.
Wolfex UK, you flatterer. Flattery gets you everywhere, you cheeky little devil. Also, Alpaca Lunju, come here, cheeky devil. What do you like claiming cheeky kisses, you cheeky individual? My God. First class male indeed, you cheeky little devil, you. Do you know what? Because it was flattery, I'll accept the dad joke as well. I'll accept the dad joke. Midgarder. And then Dr. K. Ross giving us up to Cum Train. And Wolfex UK. By having your names upon the Mirror Vein means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow, you know? Yeah, no, thank you so much, you beautiful beans. All these wonderful individuals coming in here. I really, really appreciate it, you glorious individuals. It's very, very kind of you. Unbelievably bloody kind of you, god damn it. Biohazard has redeemed a whimsical fact about sex. Let's have a quick look at some whimsical facts. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. let's have a look for a whimsical fact that we haven't got. Also, as a nice little distraction, do you know what I mean? Ooh. Okay, we'll do that one. Whimsical fact about sex. Did you know that the most effective sex toy is your voice? If you've got a partner, that is, or your partner's voice. Think if your partner really loved you, they'd know how to please you in bed. Think again, says Dr. Melody Lee, licensed marriage and family therapist, associate and relationship specialist. They say American culture has long shamed women that take charge of their sexual pleasure. So I encourage partners to take...
Panda to it, panda to it.
Hugo 3.
How's it going, Home Tech? How you doing? How was your editing earlier on, buddy? I was giving you a cheeky little lurk earlier on. I was enjoying your editing. You were doing some Fortnite editing going on there. I remember. Thank you very much for the 100 little panderings. I appreciate you. Where was I? American culture has long shamed women that take charge of their sexual pleasure. So I encourage partners to take the guesswork out and speak up, verbally or through touch. It's perfectly okay to ask for what you desire, she explains. What is that? And then proceeds to give me a link to another thing. Yes, I am a human. Oh, they linked me to a broken page, so it doesn't matter.
Panda to my ego.
Doesn't matter.
Panda to it, panda to it.
But yes.
Speaking of sexy, Amal and Juan are identical twins. Their mom only carries one photo in her wallet. Cause if you've seen Juan, you've seen Amal.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You're a papa. I'm all out of energy. No worries, Senpai. Thank you very much for stopping by. You take it easy, you beautiful being. Don't have a good train. Don't you encourage this. But yes, in regards to the whimsical fact, the communication is definitely the best sex toy. Being able to communicate with your lover and tell them your fantasies and listen to their fantasies and go in with an open mind, etc. is definitely the best way to have a better coital engagement session, as it were, you know? Duchess Demona also redeemed a Victorian advice. I'm doing all of them now. I'm doing them all now. Damn it, Semba. Damn it. Friends, thank you so much for that level 3 hype train. If you've got hype train emotes, could you please throw them out now? Say a massive thank you to all of those people that subbed, that gifted sub, that threw all those cheeky little hype trains out there. That's super fucking kind of you. Thank you so much, you beautiful beans. Come here. There we go. You know? I think you meant thank you. And you just had to, didn't you, Biohazard? God damn it. Friends, Sembar Flay has redeemed a praise the mods, and as they deserve it too. Could you do me a massive favor and throw out some mod loves in the channel? You can use any kind of mod loves from any kind of channel. You can use any kind of love hearts from any kind of channel. Say a massive thank you to those wonderful, wonderful moderators. Mods, thank you so much for all that you do. Thanks so much for all you do in and out of stream, all the stuff you do for me behind the scenes, and all your stuff you do for this wonderful, wonderful community. I really appreciate it. God damn, you people, stop. Oh my god, thank you very much for thanking the mods, friends. The mods are wonderful, and I genuinely couldn't do what I do without them. I just couldn't do it. I wouldn't. Yeah. Anyway, I'm grateful for Grayson, as he is my closest adopted brother and is looking after me right now. I know it's not Friday, but gratitude is for every day. 100% Petrichor love. Take it. Gratitude Friday is literally the day that we have to remind us to think about what we're grateful for. Because in a world that is this much of a shitstorm, and it is a shitstorm, we need a little reminder. But that doesn't mean that you can't be grateful every day by any stretch of the imagination. 100%. Rice cakes are a snack that works well. Rice cakes are, if that's what you fancy, for sure. So is Easter eggs. Or chocolate, as I have got. Duchess Demona, are you still here, you beautiful queen? You are. I've just seen you say hi. Do a thing. Do a thing. You were redeemed 31 minutes ago. You redeemed a Victorian advice. No, wrong one. God damn it. Today's Victorian advice is going to come from Don'ts for Wives, a book published in 1913, a year before the suffragette movement here in the United Kingdom, by Blanche Ebbott. We expected it to be full of misogyny, and so far it's only had a tiny little bit of it, which I'm really impressed by. We are on chapter 7, Recreation. Let me have a look here. Ooh, okay, interesting. Don't get into the habit of staying indoors, because there is nothing particular to go out for. Make an object if you have not got one. Take the dog for a run on the common. Walk to the shop 2 miles away to match some wool. Anything to prevent the stay-at-home habit from growing upon you. Do you know what? I'm getting really bad for this at the moment. I'm really bad for this at the moment. Staying at home and not going out. I'm getting better, steadily but surely. I realized that I was spending far too much time at home and needing to go out and do different bits and pieces. In fact, Classic Chunk himself the other day was just like, just go for a walk. Just go for a walk, get out of the house, have a change of scenery, just go do something. And I was like, do you know what? I will. And I did. I went for a good 20-minute walk. And do you know what? It really fucking helped. Now, I'm not going to say it's going to solve all the fucking problems. All right? I am not the crisis team. But sometimes a change of scene, a little bit of vitamin D on the face, can take the edge off. It's not going to solve any fucking issues, but it can just take the edge off things. You know? Okay? A little bit of change of scenery. Yes. If I don't leave the house every once in a while, you go crazy. Entirely fair. 20 minutes really isn't that long, but it helps in the long run. It did. It did. It helped me that day. And I'm not going to turn around and say it works there all the time for everyone by any stretch of the imagination. Especially when it comes to some extreme situations. But it does help sometimes. It does help sometimes. You know? Amy Zamizu, you cheeky devil. How you doing? I have that stupid book. I have no idea where it is or how I got it. I have it for husbands too. We have got don'ts for wives, don'ts for husbands, and don'ts for mothers. Those are the 3 that we've got, and they are excellent. I love them. There's a little bit of misogyny in there, but when they were written and published, there was no, like, women had no rights in the UK. So I understand where it's about. But actually, especially for the time, it's actually really forward thinking. Like pretty solid advice considering it was written over 100 years ago, you know? Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Okay, we were talking about all that stuff. That's all the weighted blanket aftercare stuff. Val, your humor is amazing, and Dahlia was right. You're awesome to hang out with. Hoorays! I didn't realize you'd come over from Dahlia's stream, but how you doing? Dahlia is excellent. Fucking Dahlia is wonderful, and I'm genuinely really looking forward to meeting... this is Dahlia Rex, who we were talking about. I'm really looking forward to meeting Dahlia back again in... oh my god, in TwitchCon. TwitchCon EU. People go check out my dear friend Dahlia. Dahlia is wonderful. They have just got themselves a gallery signing. They are taking their art to a gallery in their hometown, which is very, very exciting. Very exciting for them, but they are wonderful. They are absolutely glorious. I do love Dahlia. I met Dahlia at TwitchCon Amsterdam all that time ago, where we literally were stood in a queue. And you know the queues that go like... they start and they go up and they go round and round and round and round like a fucking snake, you know? Well, we were like halfway through the queue and Dahlia was here and then I was all the way around in here. And I saw Dahlia and I was like, excuse me, Can I just say, your outfit looks absolutely fucking sensational. You like, this is a beautiful outfit and you really suit it. It's brilliant. And Dahlia was like, oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I was like, no worries, not a problem. And then the queue moved on and I moved round and Dahlia moved round. And then we were stood here. And then I was like, hi again. And then I moved round and Dahlia moved round and we met up again. It was like, hi again. Here we are. Again. Your outfit still looks great. You know? It was so unbelievably awkward. Like, funny, but awkward. And then later on, I was in, like, the little partner lounge just because I wanted to see what it was all about, see what it was all like. And Dahlia came over and was like, hey, I just wanted to say that your outfit also looked really, really cool. I was still half asleep when we were in the queue and I wasn't entirely sure what was going on and, like, anxiety and stuff. And I was like, no, entirely fair. That's all right. That's not a problem. Thank you very much for coming over and saying hi. I genuinely thought, given the awkwardness of it, you would have been like, yeah, we're just going to avoid that guy. We're going to avoid that guy for the rest of eternity. And now we're really good friends. And now we're really, really good friends. So you never know. You never know who you're going to meet in a queue, you know? You never know. But yeah. Dahlia is wonderful. I do love Dahlia. Scrolling down. Cheeky little whip. Exclamation mark. How dare you, Amy Samisu? Come in here. Come into my home, my corner of the internet and apologize. Good Lord. I've been going through it when it comes to streaming. Also, take Monday night Japanese lessons. So I won't be there on Monday streams for like 6 more weeks. That's entirely fair. Also, was like cat sitting all month while my sister was out of the country. But she's back now. And I'll be streaming back to normal schedule again starting tomorrow. Amy Samisu, first of all, you're glorious and wonderful. Second of all, how dare you apologize? How dare you? How dare you apologize for having a life? Scandalous, and I will not hear of it. I will not hear of it. Fuck, I forgot. Too fucking right you did. And you will correct your mistake. You have more important things going on in your life than pandering to my boring mornings. How dare you? Thanks for missing me. There we go. There we go. Thank you for valuing my presence and my content to a degree that you miss me. Indulge in that compliment, Amy Samisu. You take that compliment and you do that interesting squirm that you do when you feel really awkward about other people giving you compliments. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Yeah, I know it. I know you're feeling it. I know you're feeling it in your little soul. Yeah, there it is. Nah. He does. I don't even have to see it. I don't even have to see it, and I know this is true. It's like it taking compliments. Exactly. You take that compliment. I enjoy hanging out in your corner of the internet, all right? This is somewhat gentle parenting. Yeah. There you go. Indulge in this shit. Indulge in it. Not to mention viewer numbers or anything, but boy, it's getting real crowded in here these days. I'm very glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. We always have 69 viewers here, friends. We always have 69 viewers, no matter what happens. No matter how many people are in. I don't have the viewer numbers on, so I've got no idea. I just assume it's 69. Naturally. What else number would it be? Also, how you doing, Max? How you doing, you beautiful bean? Hope you're doing well, friend. Hope you're doing well. Spootiful is my new word now. You are very welcome, Petrichor. Take it with love. Take it with love. Cheaper then, but definitely not cheap. Yeah, I can imagine. I have terrible flu, and only relief I got was sleeping on a continental pillow that kept me alleviated. Or elevated, excuse me. Alleviated. One continental pillow that just alleviated all pressure from my face. Don't know how it worked, but it did. Don't know what happened there, but it did. Oh shit, I'm way behind in chat. I'm gonna whip down. Friends. As per usual, if I've missed something vitally important, just copy and paste it into chat. Indubitably, Ohm Tech. It's good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Euro Papa, how you doing? How's it going? Lord AJ, hello, you wonderful being. Auntie Val, how the devil are you? Today's been a weird day. But I pressed go live, and that's what matters. I was not in the mood to stream when I pressed go live, but I did press go live, and that's what matters. Just stopping by, saw Citizen Sleepers on the schedule. That's wonderful. Hope life is good. Thinking of you often. Love you. A heads up always. Oh, you beautiful bean. Taken. I appreciate you. Yeah, Citizen Sleeper. We've been playing it for 4 weeks now. I think this will be our 5th week, and I am fucking loving it. Absolutely fucking loving it. It is exquisite. The writing in it is genuinely amazing. It's one of the most chill, though I describe it as a choose your own adventure game, and it is genuinely excellent. Really, really good. I'm very, very grateful for you putting it in my direction. I really, really appreciate that. Because, yeah, it is fantastic. Angel Lala, how you doing, you beautiful being? Also, if you're Canadian, you have until 8:30 p.m. local time to vote today. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Friends, if you're Canadian, you have until 8:30 p.m. your local time to get your votes in. I don't talk about politics, but I do enjoy... I very much appreciate the importance of voting, you know? Yeah, no. As someone with an audio kink, I totally thought it was going a different direction. So did I, to be honest with you, Authentic. I thought it was going to go in a different direction. I find since discovering audio erotica, aka audio porn, I have found the disparagement between visual pornography, the industry of visual pornography, and the industry of audio pornography fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. And it really, really highlights the inherent patriarchy across the world. It's one of those things that you don't really think about until it's like right there and you actually start digging into it and what have you. For example, friends, I'm going to say this before the ad starts so you've got some time to mull it over, all right? Visual pornography, stuff like OnlyFans. You know, OnlyFans, Fansly, those people that go on there, and no shade or criticism to them. We believe that sex work is work, and we encourage people, if they want to do it and they're consenting to do it. Get that coin, fucking A, you know? That OnlyFans is frowned upon by society, frowned upon by businesses. Being a sex worker, getting one's tits out is frowned upon. How dare they? Many payment processing providers refuse to work with sex work because of the high-risk content and the moral content, the moral questions that come in with it. But audio pornography, widely accepted. No one bats an eyelid. You can get it on the App Store, the Google App Store, the Google App Store and the Apple App Store. No issues, no qualms. Nobody questions the idea of people indulging in smut together. No issues. It genuinely isn't something that is ever questioned. And when you actually dig a little bit deeper, I've got a minute to say this before the break time. If you dig a little bit deeper, it turns out that if a woman is on the internet making money for herself, sex worker is on the internet making money for herself by using her body as she sees fit, as she is able to do, because that is her thing, you know?
Yeah, you subscribed. Most kind.
Fart Fairy, love your name. Thank you very much for coming in and subscribing. I'll be with you in 2 seconds. Let me finish this train of thought first. If the woman is benefiting from the financial situation and the man is putting money into it, then it's frowned upon. Society looks down upon it. It's disgusting. How dare they? Oh my God, that's the worst. Oh, the worst. But if it's the other way around, and I'm talking stereotypes here, because the general consensus is that women tend to enjoy audio erotica more than visual pornography. If a man is benefiting by being the voice actor and audibly recording these stories, these tales, etc., and the woman is putting the money in, perfectly fine. Patriarchy, it's absolute bullshit. Oh, the misogyny inherent in the system. But I'll leave you to dwell on that, and I will be back momentarily because the adverts are about to start. Friends, get up, have a stretch your eyes, look at something in the distance, then look back again. Grab some kind of beverage, hot, cold, or if the time is permitting, flamboyant as fuck. Don't forget to take your meds if you haven't done it already. Take them now, you cheeky little devils. And if you are wearing a binder, have a couple of deep breaths, stretch those lungs out, stretch those rib cages out, and I'll be back in approximately 2 minutes and 36 seconds, you cheeky little devils, all right? Now is a good time to get the washing out of your washing machine if you haven't done it already. And... thank you very much, you beautiful bean. And don't forget to go charge your sex toys, you cheeky devils. I'll be back in 2 minutes and 25 seconds, all right? It won't be a minute. Just going to go pee. Welcome back, you wonderful individuals. Also, is it Sweatbeat? Sweatbeat and Fart Fairy, how you doing? Welcome on in, you cheeky devils. I will now inscribe your name upon the mirror vein. Thank you very much for being 2 brand new subscribers to the channel. That is very, very kind of you. Oh my god, I got a very itchy nose. I will now inscribe your names upon the mirror vein. Swatbeat. Sweetbeat. There we go. Thank you very much for correcting me there. And Fart Fairy. Bloody love it. Both of your names have been inscribed upon the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devils. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you got to roll over every morning, look in the mirror, go, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, harra, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow. You know, Sweet Beat sounds good. A lot of people call me Sweatbeat when they first see my name. Yeah, it's because there's no vowels. The lack of vowels confuses me, you know? But yeah, we were talking about audio erotica versus visual pornography and the hypocrisy therein. It's wild. It is really fucking wild the way that it all works. For those people that don't know, I run like erotic cabarets and stuff like that, and very much stand with sex workers in the struggles that they constantly fucking have. And I've had a fair amount of my own struggles just facilitating cabaret stuff. And they're just like, no, you can't do that. No, you're not allowed to make money off this shit. Which is wild because they apparently are, you know. Aimless Corsair also, how you doing, you beautiful bean? Really think that's really good advice. I agree. Don't leave the house once in a while, I go crazy. I couldn't agree more, you know. I've been going outdoors more, especially now the sun shines out, you know. I mean, it's a bit warmer. It's worthwhile. Normally, it takes 10 to 20 minutes to regulate if you're dysregulated. So a 20-minute walk is perfect for that. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. I did not know that. Scrolling down. Max wattage, you beautiful bean. You're good. I'm glad to hear it, friend. The beautiful Taken, of course. Angel Cake Lala. You like my earrings? Thank you very much. We've got some dangly gangly ones. And then a sword. Because I was in the mood for a sword today. You know? Something exciting did happen to you. My artist friend painted Astarion even, and I bought it off her. Absolutely love it. Oh, I love that. If you want to stick a picture of it in the dick sword, Duchess Demona, we would love to see it. Now that you point now, right? Isn't it a thing, Sweet Beat? Right? Male content creators get way more respect. Of course they do. Authenticator. You've got to remember, Authenticator, when it comes to the binary of sexes, that a man that has sex with lots of ladies is a player. Whereas a woman who has sex with lots of men is a slut. Fucking bullshit. Friends, have sex with as many people as you consenting to want to have sex with. And don't let anybody fucking tell you otherwise. If you're okay with it, if you're comfortable with it, and you're okay with sharing your body with another individual that you are both consenting and of age, fucking go wild. Have fun. Do your thing. You know what I mean? Please be careful. Look after yourselves. Protect yourselves in regards to don't get with untrustworthy people, and make sure that you use protection. Other than that, go fucking wild. Go have a good time, you know? If you want to do it on camera, do it on camera. Just be prepared for the consequences of doing it on camera. All right? Don't say don't do it. I know many, many porn stars, but there are consequences that come with it, certain prejudices. And this is what I love about ethical pornography, is the fact they take you through these things before you sign up, you know? Be a safe slut. Exactly. Exactly. Didn't even realize because I am a lesbian and listen to women, but you're absolutely right. Yes, 100%. 100%. And to be fair, Sweet Bee, I know that it's obviously a lot easier. And the thing that I think as well when it comes to like visual pornography of lesbians is the fact that lesbian pornography as like a video, as like visual media, is also still designed for the male gaze. Like, it's still designed to tantalize men. It's not designed to tantalize lesbians, even though it is lesbian pornography, you know? It's a really interesting one. Actually, I'd like to throw this out there to the community, and you do not have to admit this by any stretch of the imagination. You don't have to accept that. But if there's anybody in the community that knows of good lesbian pornography that is designed for women, that is designed aesthetically for the visual pleasure of other lesbians as opposed to of men, I would be genuinely fascinated to hear about that. I would love to like look into it properly and see that. I don't know whether there is. I genuinely don't know whether there is. But if it does exist, I would love to know about that. Drop me a DM on one of the many social medias. I will pick it up somehow, you know? Drop me a DM, and if I don't respond to you like within a week, then come into chat and tell me that you dropped me a DM, and I'll check all my extra folders and stuff, you know? You know? Sounds about misogynistically right. Yeah. But it's interesting. The thing that I find fascinating, and obviously I speak as a cisgender man. I speak as a cisgender white man who has been born with a cavalcade of privilege that I am all too aware of. There's lots of these things that I don't think about, and I don't think many people think about because they are so ingrained within the system of society that we live in. You don't think about this stuff. But when you start digging, you're like, Jesus, like that is such a massive disparagement between, first of all, the industries, but also who the industries are targeted for, you know? It's wild. It's really, really wild. And I say that with privilege. I say that with the privilege that I was born to, you know? I am a cisgender white man. And yeah, I wear outrageous makeup. Yeah, I put myself in positions of questionability and stuff like that, 110%, but I still am a cisgender white man. I'm still born with a shitload of privilege, you know? Don't you start, Dean. There's no choo-choos. No more choo-choos, you cheeky little devil. You're a cheeky devil. You like my rings? Thank you very much. I'm not wearing many today. Normally I wear like them on pretty much every finger, but I was just a cheeky little one, you know, just a cheeky little one. I enjoyed your discussion on sex workers as a fellow content creator. Found you through Fox the other day. Ah, Fox, as in Fox Plays. I was about to say, let me just double check that we're talking about the right Fox before I start talking about them. I popped onto their stream. I enjoy their content. Fox Plays Official. Yeah. They're good people. Fox Plays Official. One of the driest senses of humor that I've ever seen, and one of the most sarcastic people that I've ever met, but genuine fucking gem of a human being. Genuine gem of a human being. Fucking love him to pieces. Have a lot of fun over there. For sure. And thank you very much for coming over and checking us out, Farfairy. I really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. Can't beat a good erotic book. The visuals are much better. I find... Yeah, I'm a very visual person. I'm a very, very visual... I say I'm a very visual person. I am a very visual person. I am visually stimulated. That is like my primary stimulation. But I am also an aesthetic atmosphere person. That's the word I'm looking for. Atmospheric person. I like everything to be right. I like the feeling of something to be right. If I'm going to be having a particularly tantalizing evening, I'll light some candles, light some scented candle or some incense, put on some nice music, you know, then maybe put on some visuals as well that tantalize me a little bit. I'm all about that. I'm all about that creating the entire picture, you know. Zabadian, thank you so much, you beautiful bean. And I hope you're doing all right. I hope everything's okay. Thank you very much for coming in and causing all kinds of cringing in the dad joke variety, you beautiful bean. I appreciate you so much. Have a good night. Sleep well. And I hope that you'll have to remind me tomorrow, Zabadian, what that zoo is called so that I can look it up. What was I saying? Yeah, all fun and games. But Father, we talk about all kinds of shit here. We don't just talk about like sex workers and sex education and stuff like that. We'll also go into the realms of content creation. When Twitch release like policy updates and stuff like that, I go through it because first of all, I know that A, we've got a shitload of content creators in this community, and B, that massive walls of text can be really hard for some people to go through. So I go through it as a sort of way of being like, right, cool, they've done this update, let's go through it together so that we can bite size it for people that need it bite sized down. Do you know what I mean? They need it taken, pulled apart a little bit. Content comprehension, basically, you know. Can't beat a good erotic book. Yeah, do you know what? I've read a little bit of smut in my time. I would love to read some more. I don't have the time, but I would love to read some more. For sure. Your imagination is easily one of the most invigorating. Your brain is the most invigorating sexual organ that you have. People can have full-blown orgasms just by thinking about it. Reminders in the Discord. Thank you so much, Zabadian. I appreciate you doing that. Go sleep, you beautiful bean. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for popping in. Sleep well. What was I saying? Smut peddling. I love a good smut peddler. You are the director, or if something you don't mind me telling, how do you mean, A-Rays? As in, like, am I the director of the erotic cabaret? Is that what you're asking? I run the entire thing. It was my baby. I started running it. It's called Ken. Stands for Kinky Erotic Nature, but it's mainly called Ken because I wanted to call it a random person's name. And the person that we ended up choosing was somebody who introduced me to one of my favorite kinks of all time, which is electricity. Fucking love that shit. So, yeah. Ken is my baby. It started as a big fetish cabaret, turned into an erotic cabaret to be a bit more sensual. The vibes that it gives off, to give you a kind of picture of the atmosphere, is imagine if Moulin Rouge fucked Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's my baby. That's my baby. You know? Like, you do director job in the adult industry. No, but I could. What I really want to do, Arrays, one of my ultimate intentions, as it were, is to become a fuck, what are they called? The name has gone from my little brain. Not that one. Not that one. Is that it? An intimacy coordinator. I would love to work in the film industry as an industry, as like maybe once like the content creation comes to a close and I'm like pushing on in my life, I would like to become an intimacy coordinator and like be the go-to person between the actors who are doing the intimate work and the director who has the intimate vision, and be like, right, okay, I am the negotiator. They aren't comfortable with this. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like I would love to do that. I'd love to be that person. Eventually, one day, perhaps. You know. Eventually, one day, perhaps. Kino Wolfie, hello, you beautiful bean. I think it's also because the appeal of sexual abuse in the visual media is more prevalent and possible than in audio erotica, because people will get script out quicker for verbal than video, in my honest opinion. Yes, but that's the reason why ethical porn exists. Like, there will always be situations where people can be taken advantage of, and that isn't just in the adult industry by any stretch of imagination. Happens all the fucking time in the game industry. You want to talk about people taking advantage? Let's talk about sponsorship opportunities. Do you know what I mean? I have literally, and I won't say what the company is, but I have literally been conned out of well over $800 because the tracking facility on a sponsorship that I worked on was a little bit iffy. And they were like, don't worry about it. By the end of it, we'll investigate and it'll all be sorted. By the end of it, it'll investigate, it'll all be sorted. By the end of it, oh, we've done our investigation, and yeah, we don't owe you a thing. Never mind, eh? You want to talk about fucking exploitation? Content creation industry is pretty much one of the worst. Woo. That's my life. But yeah, this is the reason why I'm so thorough and vigorous with the people that we work with, you know? Why I am so very careful about who we work with. And as a result, I don't get many sponsorships. You know? But I would be okay with directing in like the adult industry. I've been asked by many, like I said, I've got many friends who are porn stars themselves, and I've been asked many times if I ever wanted to become an adult star. They would love to get me involved. They'd love to show me the ropes. They'd love to get take me on that path, and it's just not something that I personally want. Do you know what I mean? I got nothing against it at all by any stretch of imagination. It's just not one that I personally want, any more than I want to be like an accountant. Do you know what I mean? Although I find the sex industry far more interesting than accountancy. Lola Frosty, hello, Jiggy Doll. Like the sword. Exactly. Valance should be president someday. Oh, Jesus Christ. Could you imagine? I think I'd be assassinated very, very quickly. My ideas are too radical for politics. Because I believe in things like people looking after each other and caring for each other. And if it doesn't affect your life, why should you have an opinion on it? You know? I would also put experts in positions of power as opposed to my friends. You know what I mean? I'd make sure that the head of hospitals and medicine was a doctor, and the head of education had been a teacher, so that they have had experience of the industry, so that they can advise based on their own experience. Oh my God, it's like wild. Jesus Christ, do you know what I mean? I'd make sure that the person who was there for like immigration control was an immigrant. I'd make sure that the person who was the head of LGBTQIA rights was part of the LGBTQIA. Part of, head of trans rights was trans person. Do you know what I mean? Wild. Whoa, too radical. Exactly. Far too radical. Jesus. Whoa. Way out there. Way out there. Who'd have thought putting experts in positions of power? You know? I think that's why visual porn is never interested in me. In fact, it icked me out, whereas audio and books have. Yeah, entirely fair. Entirely fair, Sweet Beat, to be honest with you. I know an awful lot of people are exactly the same. But there's also, taking generalizations into consideration.
Flee.
Well, put a pause in that for a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, and all genders outside and between, delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders. Throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine? Who do they think they are? The absolute audacity, the scandal, the preposterousness, the flamingos coming in here. V and the flamingos have arrived. Feeling that flamingo fever. I am definitely feeling the flamingo fever. Stand on one leg, paint myself pink. Fucking sweet. Right?
Kind.
20 I say 20.
20? I say 20. Vithica, you beautiful being. Thank you very much for coming to the 20 months. Good lord. And thank you very much for bringing all your beautiful flamingos in here as well, you cheeky devils. What were you up to today? Doing some, oh my lordy, going to old school Dead by Daylight. Old school Dead by Daylight. Have they brought in some, like, new murderers or something? Vithica, you wonderful bean. I have now inscribed your name upon the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. I know you come in here and stand on one leg, preening for me, you tricky little devil. But no bum Snapchat for you. And of course you get access to all the sexy little emotes, but the most important thing is you got to roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy, oh yes, meow, you know? People, go and check out the exquisite, the glorious, the beautifully fiery Vithica. Vithica is a fire breather extraordinaire, a delightful stage performer of a variety of different things. They are wonderful and glorious, and they also play a whole lot of different games, very specifically horror-themed games. They are a spooky individual, and yet so unbelievably alluring. You know? Oh, and The Sims. No, not more popcorn, Monty. God damn it. God damn it. Dead by Daylight is great when you want to hang with friends. So I have heard. I did try it. It wasn't my cup of tea, but we are not one to yuck somebody's yum. If you enjoy that kind of thing, then please go and check out Vithica. Yes, they do also have a Sims empire that includes me as a Sim. I am in there as well. Starting it again Wednesday with me in it. There you go, friends. If you're going to miss me on Wednesday, if you're like, do you know what? God, I need a little bit more Valen in my life. Then you can head over to Vithica's stream and find out what Sim Me is doing. All I will say is I am not responsible for the actions of Sim Valen or Dream Valen. You dream about me, that's got nothing to do with me. I will not be held responsible for what happens in your dreams. Okay? Look. Okay? Or Crochet Valen? Oh god, yeah, Vithica. Oh god, yeah. It's the only way. It's the only way. And thank you so much for bringing your people in, Vithica. Also, as always, if you need to disappear off, go grab a delightful snaffly treat. Woo! Or some description of beverage. Please go do so. Please look after yourself, cheeky devil. No, I am definitely streaming on Wednesday, Eris. And it was more if I'm not streaming and Vithica is streaming, you know?
Panda to it.
Not even for Bagpuss impersonations.
Definitely not for Bagpuss impersonations. Definitely not for Bagpuss impersonations. Thank you very much for the 100 little panderings. Gonna turn the bath on because I have tons of fake blood on my face. Oh, Vithica, tons of fake blood. And you're going to take us to your bath, are you? You're going to bathe with all of us listening in. Can't say I'm surprised, you dirty minx, you. You dirty minx. But all you beautiful individuals that have come over from Vithica's streams, 2 things you need to know about this channel, you cheeky devils. 1, you're not allowed to apologize. Faux pas, individuals, faux pas. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry, I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It'll make you a much more positive individual. 2, if you're under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave. I've got to ask you to leave, for I am a colossal filth wizard, and I don't want to be corrupting the ears of the young. We're talking about the sex industry at the moment. So, yeah, just be aware of that. Just be aware of that. You know? Yes, we were talking about the generalizations of the fact that generally speaking, men tend to be more visually stimulated, whereas women tend to be more orally stimulated. Not like that. AURAL, orally stimulated. So, that is where you get the big disparagement between visual pornography and all of the criticism and shame that comes with that. First of all, on being somebody that checks out pornography, but also on top of that, like the prejudice that comes against the sex workers, very specifically the female sex workers, because how dare they put themselves out there for the enjoyment? How dare they make their own money and make their own business empires and earn wealthy livings by doing what they fucking want to do with their own body? How dare they, right? Which is why it drives me up the fucking wall. And you know what? This is a bit of my history as well. It drives me up the fucking wall that you get these like feminists who turn around and go, no, all sex work is wrong. All sex work is wrong because it is exploitation of women. Even though, especially in this day and age, a large percentage of the sex workers that are in the porn industry consent to it. They want to do it. They put themselves in that position to do it ethically with ethical companies and stuff like that. Is there exploitation? 110%. But the industry is now so fucking like regulated and stuff like that they have to keep an eye on these things. You know? And that was the reason why places like Pornhub got in so much trouble a couple of years ago, because they didn't have the regulations in there, and then they had to put the regulations in to make sure that they were vetting people, making sure that the pornography was ethical, that it was crediting all of the people, and that all of the people involved in it did consent to it and signed off on it, etc. You know? It's wild to me. And then on the other side of things, you've then got the audio pornography. But this is also, if you think about it, like, and this is an upsetting thing to hark back to. If you think about it, it's also one of the reasons why 50 Shades of Grey was so popular. One of the reasons why 50 Shades of Grey was so popular was because, generically speaking, like generally speaking, the people who were reading 50 Shades of Grey were women. Even though it wasn't a good BDSM story and was definitely an abusive story, it was women that were reading it. So people were talking about it. People were talking about it on breakfast news. Oh, 50 Shades of Grey. It's a saucy story, and they've sold out so many million copies. It's wild, and people are reading it. Oh, what an interesting thing. They'll talk about that on breakfast fucking TV, but I can guarantee you in the 70s, nobody fucking took Deep Throat onto breakfast TV being like, actually, this is the first pornography that has ever really existed because the mafia put porn on VHS. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking wild. It is absolutely wild that the things, the inherent misogyny in the societal system that we live in. It's mind-blowing to me. And I say that as a privileged white cisgender man. Do you know what I mean? Carrie Ann Fisher, how you doing, you beautiful being? Welcome on in. Well, hello there. Well, hello there. Welcome on in. How's it going? How's it going? I know a few creators who make queer porn for women and gays. Send me the Insta. Yes, please do. Fart Fairy, please do. I genuinely would be fascinated about that. Not only from my own personal curiosity point of view, as somebody who looks into the industry of sex work and stuff like that, but also because I have got a variety of friends who are always complaining about lesbian porn, visual media lesbian porn, not being for the eye of lesbians, but being for the eye of men. And if I can point them in the direction, if I can turn around and be like, actually, my community showed me this, Faye Fairy from my community has pointed me in the direction of these people, maybe they might be something that's a bit more of your tastes, that would be excellent. That would be excellent. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. As a pansexual person, I'd consume that. Entirely fair. Entirely fair. Mayor Wildfire, how you doing, you beautiful being? MC Amazing, you lurk away, you exquisite individual. Thank you very much to Badian again for the link in the dick sword there. You can even have an orgasm in your sleep. Sexsomnia is a massive thing, Duchess Demona. I've had it. I have had sexsomnia. I have had full-blown sex with an ex of mine, and I was completely asleep for the entire time. We woke up in the morning and she was like, oh my god, last night was wild, you did these things and what, and I was like, what the fuck are you on about? What are you talking about? I had no idea. Apparently I got handsy with in my sleep, and then one thing led to another and we had full-blown sex, and I had no clue because I was completely asleep for the entire thing. I just woke up feeling very relaxed, you know? And max wattage with the electricity there. Yeah, I fucking love electricity. Right as you said, I love electricity. Some goons in the game that I'm playing right now just got electrocuted and died. Oh, Amy, that's amazing. I do love electricity. Electricity is one of my biggest kinks. Electricity is one of my biggest kinks. I fucking love it. It is wonderful. Well, dangerous, and you got to be careful of it. But then, generally speaking, fetishes tend to, or kinks tend to be, you know, got to be careful of these things. But yeah, I fucking love electricity. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Sounds so dope, right? To know of a lot of big stars, like the Follow Me, like directors as well, and something they sometimes they hear ideas which can be good for softcore. Ah, I see. Which is best for everything you rock. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And thank you very much for joining the Discord as well, Arrays. I appreciate that. You are very, very welcome on in. Obviously, read through the rules, agree to them, and then join whichever parts of the Discord you want. You want to join the Questionable Game Emporium, you want to join the Mind, Body, and Soul stuff, and then do it. We've also got the Aquarium that will be joining us, which is a stream dedicated to my fish tanks that is not ready yet, but it will be ready. I had a massive setback at the beginning of the year, so had to redo a whole load of stuff. But we will be getting the Aquarium back up and running. You know what I mean? Benefit of doubt, not benefiting anymore. Most certainly. Maybe right. No, most certainly. There's no benefit of the doubt anymore. Fuck that noise. If people can't commit to something and I can get it in paper, then it's not happening. Not happening at all. The sex industry is the most stressful / tearing thing that I've ever dabbled in. Yeah. There's an awful lot of, well, in certain circles, there's an awful lot of who you know, not what you know as well. Or not what you're prepared to do even. I know of, I don't think they run anymore, but there used to be an award ceremony that I won't like name because I don't want to mar the people that were involved, because some of the people that were involved were really nice people. But there was an award ceremony that happened several years ago that was wild because it was big and a lot of people got involved and a lot of people did these things, and it was a big award ceremony. People traveled from all over the world for this adult industry award ceremony, and I didn't really know anything about it. I was just like, all right, okay, that's very, like, award ceremonies happen, of course they do, that's grand and dandy. And I don't think it runs anymore, but like a couple of years later, I got told, I was speaking to somebody at a alternative market about it, and they were saying that they don't look for it anymore. They don't care about it anymore. And I was like, okay, right. Does anything particular happen, or what was going on there? And they said that it got a little bit too coincidental that year after year after year, the same people won, and all of the same people that kept winning were all like direct close friends of the organizers. Despite the fact that it was one of those ones where it was like, oh, get your fan base to vote for these people, and they would never do any self-promo. Or certainly some of the contestants would never do any self-promo and yet would still win. So it was like, oh, right, okay. That's sketchy as fuck. That is sketchy as fuck. Very much a who you know scenario, you know? I'd be a president and who boy! Would there be some changes? Yeah, fucking tell me about it. Tell me about it. Exactly, clutch those pearls, Authenticator. Right. Imagine being kind to one another. Unthinkable, right? Darker Shade of Whitney. Exactly. Scandalous. How dare people, you know, just be nice? What the fuck is that all about? Common sense thinking is too radical. Oh, exactly. It totally is. Totally is. My common sense thinking has always been too radical. It's been scandalous, you know? The only good problem with common sense is it's not common. Most certainly. What is common sense to me is not going to be common sense to other people. And then there's definitely been points where I've like been doing something that makes complete sense to me, and other people are like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Tokyo Ghoul was the last one a few weeks ago. Next week we get a new survivor. Oh, cool. So they're still updating Dead by Daylight as time goes on. Okay, cool. I shall prune so greatly. Yes, you prune away, Vithica, listening to my sultry tones while you're in the bath. Oh, cheeky devil, what do you like? What are you like? What are you like? Scrolling down past the raid. In and out because of trying to treat this darn laryngitis. That's all right, Mary's told me. In and out. Your life must always come first, friends. As always, your life must always come first. As much as I love your attention, got to put your life first. And I have banned people for not putting their lives first. That is how fucking vigorous I feel about it. There has literally been people that have been banned from this community because they have prioritized subscribing to me over their bills. Don't let it happen. I will force you to look after yourself. I will force you to look after you. I've done it. I won't say when because it narrows it down too much and people might suspect things. But within the past few years, I banned somebody because they were having a really negative, like the stream and the dynamics, like our kind of atmosphere and the relationships they had with the other people in the community and like the dynamic they had with me and stuff like that. It was really toxic for them. It was really, really toxic, and it was having massively negative effects on their mental health. And I was like, you need to take a step away. You need to take a step away because this isn't good for you. This isn't right for you. You need to take some time. Just like if this is the kind of effect that this stream and me within the stream is having on you, then you need to step away. You need to take that time, look after yourself, get your mental health back in order, you know, take care of yourself. And they wouldn't do it. They just kept coming back. And I was like, look, this is your last warning. And they still wouldn't do it. And I was like, right, I'm going to have to ban you. I'm going to have to ban you because you are refusing to take care of yourself. So now I have to make you take care of yourself. You people, your mental health, your mental stability, your lives should always come before this stream, before any stream, any fucking content that exists in the entire fucking world. Your lives and your mental health and your mental stability should always, always, always come first. Always. I'm very, very passionate about it. As you might have been able to tell, you know, auditory, yeah. I think it was just oral. Oral's still a word that I could use, I think. You know, I know someone like that IRL. Yeah. For sure. How's it going, Carrot Fisher? How you doing? You don't have to go into a whole lot of detail. Did you like FSOJ? 50 Shades of Grey? I haven't read 50 Shades of Grey, Quirky Critter. I don't read very much, generally speaking. I have been told that I should watch the movie at the very least. Not because I'm going to enjoy it or I'm going to be happy with it, but purely so that I can say that I've seen it and therefore will have a good soapbox to stand on when I criticize it. I agree with what an awful lot of people within the kink community said about 50 Shades of Grey, which is that it is not a story about fetish. It is not a story about the kink lifestyle. It is 110% a story of abuse. It's an abusive relationship. A horrifically abusive relationship that is glamorized to be kinky, to be fetish. And for those people that don't know, 50 Shades of Grey is a fan fiction of the Twilight series that they changed the names in. Like that's the reason why a lot of Christian Grey's mannerisms are the way that they are, because they're directly following on from whatever Edward Cullen's character was called. But I will give credit where credit is due when it comes to 50 Shades of Grey, which is, for better or worse, hiding the abuse behind kink. That is exactly what happened. Yeah, 110%. But for better or worse, it opened the door for a lot of people, especially for a lot of women. It opened the door for people to be like, oh, my sex life could be so much more. And as much as I will always condemn 50 Shades of Grey for hiding abuse under kink, exactly as Authentic Cat says there, I like to be fair. I will also give it credit where it is due in the regards that it opened a lot of doors for people, majoritively women, to be like, oh, actually, there is so much more to sex that I haven't explored. There is so much more to kink and eroticism and sexuality that I have not even dabbled in, not even looked at, not even thought about. And sure, many of them may have gone to their local munches and their local play parties and been like, I'm ready for the 50 Shades of Grey experience, and then got a very rude awakening when all of the people there went, that's not how we do things around here. But it meant that they took a little step out their comfort zone. They opened the door, they had a look, they saw what it was about, you know? They may have asked some questions, they may have learned. The thing is, it's a gateway to a world of pleasure that many, many, many people would never have considered without picking up that book, you know? So credit where credit is due. Much as it is a toxic cesspool of literature, it is still, it still opened the door for a lot of people, you know? I wonder if there's anything to do with women being divested from their own sexuality. It feels kind of like we are ignored and our desires are dismissed. That might be why the judgment isn't there. And honestly, yeah, I think that's right, Sweetbee. I think that's entirely correct. It is, generally speaking, as sex education tends to be, certainly in this country, or certainly has been in the past in this country, that sex is for the man. Speaking heteronormatively, sex is for the man, and the woman just deals with it. If she happens to get pleasure from it, then great, but if she doesn't, then it doesn't really matter. That's like I believed as a cis boy growing up, I believed that if I was ever fortunate enough to have sex with a woman, they were doing me a massive favor. Like, they were putting themselves out there, allowing me to use their bodies for my pleasure. And what a humbling experience. Nobody could give a greater gift. To put themselves out there like that. Like, what a wild thing. And then as I learned more and read more, because my thing was always, the reason why I started getting into like sex education and learning stuff was because I was like, well, if they're going to do this for me, back when I thought I was heterosexual, if they're going to do this for me, then I am going to do everything I can to make them enjoy it too. If they're going to go out there and put their bodies out there for my pleasure, I'm going to do whatever I can to help them enjoy it too. And that's when I learned about orgasms, and that's when I learned about all these things. And the more that I learned, the more fascinated I became with it. It was like, oh my God, there's so much more to sex. It turns out that women can enjoy sex. Oh, what? Whoa! Hold the press! Headline, whoa, what is this? People with vulvas can enjoy sex? Oh, the scandal! Hold the front page! No, we can't do that because we're a misogynistic society, and therefore we can't talk about women having sex and enjoying it. Shit! You know? Yeah, like, society, generally speaking, if you're talking about heterosexual sex, heteronormative sex, there is a generic view that is being dismantled. Certainly within the Western world, it is being dismantled slowly but surely with a lot of the documentaries that are coming out, a lot of the reality TV shows that are coming out, a lot of the podcasts that are coming out where people are just talking about sex and talking about things like that. It is slowly being dismantled, but there is an inherent belief within society that men have sex for pleasure and women's pleasure is a bonus if it happens. Which is bullshit. I know I don't have to say that here. I'm fucking preaching to the choir, but it is inherently bullshit, you know? But that's the reason why I started the Questionable Game, or one of the reasons that encouraged me to start the Questionable Game Emporium. For those people that are new here, I play not safe for work games. inherently basically discovered that teenagers were learning sex from pornography, and something like 4 out of 5 teenagers believed that heterosexual sex ended with a cum shot to the face. Like, that was just standard. That's the way it was. And it made me start thinking about where else they may be learning sex from. And I thought, oh, games. Gaming is massive. Gaming is fucking huge. Gaming was huge when I was a kid, and I definitely looked up those old Flash games that had tits all over them. I was like fucking all over that shit. And I was like, if I was like that as a teenager, then teens are probably like that now. And accessibility to games is so much more prevalent. You can get access to these things through stuff like Steam. So I started playing games from a sex educator's point of view, and I made trigger warning. I've got a massive spreadsheet full of trigger warnings for all the games that I've played that I'm eventually going to make into like a does the dog die style website, so that people can look for the games that they want to play, see what the triggers are, see if they still want to play it, you know. And as a result, I've got the Questionable Game Emporium, which is now it's a website. Oh, well, it's a thing over on the site that I can't spell the name of, but I can throw the link out, apparently, where I play the not safe for work games, and I view them from a sex education point of view. They're not all good games. I'm now making a conscious effort to make sure that I play games that will be enjoyable for my community to watch. But the ones that are on there, they're not all good. They're not all good by any stretch of the imagination. But I do view them honestly. You know, I do criticize them and say whether I like them or whether I don't like them, etc. You know, there's a lot of it. There's definitely one recently that I played where a couple of people commented and also sent me a message being like, this was one of the most uncomfortable games, but your commentary through it was fucking hilarious. And I appreciate those comments because they make me feel like I haven't like completely wasted my time and also wasted your time, you know. Working for yourself and creating your own porn can be empowering as long as you have healthy boundaries and you understand the risks that it creates a space for others to explore their sexuality and have fun with. Fart Fairy completely and utterly agree. The other thing that I would warn, though, for anybody that is thinking of dabbling in any kind of sex work is just be very, very aware of your own boundaries. Like I say, having healthy boundaries. But not only having healthy boundaries for yourself, but also being aware of parasocial personality traits and knowing when somebody is encroaching into the region of being parasocial. I, as a cisgender white man on the internet, on a completely safe for work, a mostly safe for work platform, have had far too much experience with parasocial individuals in my lifetime. I can only imagine what it is like for female sex workers on the internet. Do you know what I mean? I can only imagine. Anyone who says it's wrong to sell your body is a hypocrite. Seeing professional athletes, dancers, anyone in a physical taxing job or a dangerous job. Completely agree. Completely agree. The coal miner is the classic one. It's like, this person is it's wrong to sell your body, but that person's a coal miner. They mine coal. They are literally selling their body for manual labor. How is sex work any different? Do you know what I mean? It's bullshit. It's all to do with this inherently prejudiced view of morality that was instilled in us because of the church, because the church wants to, religions in general want to control people, and the best way you can control them is by controlling one of their inherent needs: food, shelter, sex. If you can control one of their inherent needs, then you can control them. I was brought by Vithika and happy to be entertained while I work for 2 more hours. Carrie Ann Fisher, you are very welcome here, you beautiful bean. Very, very welcome here. And I hope that we can provide more entertainment for you as well. For sure. Definitely part of it. We're infantilized and dismissed, for sure. 100%. Jam Jar! Thank you very much for giving us up to Distraction Crab. That will absolutely distract me. That will 100% do it. I need to try and remember where I'm at. By having your name upon the mirror vein, Distraction Crab. You distracting individual, you. I have inscribed your name upon the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy. Oh, yes, meow, you know? Oop. Ooh, Jam, the thing that you've put in the mod chat, I'll look at after stream. Okay, you beautiful bean. Thanks very much. I just caught it out. I caught it out of the corner of my eye when you put it in there, and I was like, oh, I'll look at that in a minute. And now I've looked at it. I'm like, I'll do that. Have a look at that after stream. The girls in their silly smarty books. We don't have to take it seriously. Oh, Authentic. They, like, if you wanna talk about a classic example of female sexuality not being taken into account by a misogynistic society, look at the Victorian period of I think it was either Victorian or the Georgian period, I can't remember, of Great British history. Specifically, the time where they outlawed homosexuality. They made it illegal to be gay. Now, we all know how fucking horrific that is. We all know the problems that has caused within society. We all know, genuinely speaking, like how horrifically, what's the word I'm looking for? Subdued the LGBTQIA has been throughout history. But very specifically, they only made it gay. Cheeky. They only made it illegal for male homosexuality. They only made it illegal for male homosexuality. It was only illegal to be gay if you were a man. And the reason why, as we dug into several months ago, maybe even a couple of years ago now, the reason why is because they wanted to focus on the men, because they genuinely believed, according to what we read, politicians genuinely believed that if they talked about the concept of women being able to love other women and be attracted to other women and have sex with other women, there was a fear, an inherent fear, that it would make men obsolete. So they were like, let's not put it in their heads that they could even potentially be attracted to each other. Otherwise, they may enjoy sex with each other more than they enjoy sex with their husbands. And that could be bad times. That could be bad times all around. We don't want that. We all know that women know their own bodies and each other better than they do men. Oh God, yeah. Fairly men. Men are fairly obsolete in love. Not all. It's a valid fear. 100%. 100%. Yeah, exactly. Not all, but tends to be Jam Jar, much like many of the men in this community. The men that are not obsolete in love are the ones that have gone out of their way to research it, to find out, to discover, to learn their partner's bodies. Do you know what I mean? Learn their partner's bodies, learn what makes them tick, learn the how to pleasure their partner, as opposed to just thinking about their own pleasure. Do you know what I mean? Got that in my head without any help. I know. Well, mate, Whitefire, you've got to remember that this was the day and age where heterosexual men who were in charge of the country, at the very least, were like, well, it's obviously a choice to have sex with, to be attracted to a man choosing to be attracted to other men. It's obviously a choice, and we don't want women making that choice. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. You know, very valid fear, 100%. I had no idea that was ever a real thing. It's really fucked up, but damn does it make me laugh right now because of how absurd it is. Exactly. Now that we know, now that we understand the inherent nature of sexuality and the fact that there is no choice in it. There is no choice in it. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. But at the time, they were like, it was very much your classic misogynistic bullshit of, I am a man and I have power, and therefore everyone must adhere to my power. It's exactly the same as the thought process behind how every medication was tested on men and women were just expected to deal with it. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking bullshit. It's all inherent misogynistic bullshit that has done nothing but damage. It is not it has damaged women, it has damaged non-binary individuals, it has damaged all of the other genders, it has damaged every sexuality, including heterosexuality, and it's damaged men. It's damaged all of this. It's got all this horrific fucking toxic male attitude of, oh, we don't talk about our emotions. No, we just bury it all down and become absolute cunts of human beings. Oh, fucking hell. Do you know what? It has done nothing but hurt people. And that, I mean, that goes for any form of radicalized view. That genuinely goes for any form of radicalized view. When you've got like radical feminism, it is exactly the fucking same. The difference, the major difference, is the fact that that misogyny has been the standard. If it had been the other way around, if it had been like matriarchy and toxic femininity, toxic feminism was the standard, then it'd be a completely different dynamic because that would be the standard. But it isn't. Misogyny, patriarchy, that has been the standard for generations after generations after generations after generations. Do you know what I mean? That has been the standard societal preset. And that is the reason why everybody is suffering. You know what I mean? Everybody is suffering because extremism set the foundation. Extremism of a philosophy set the foundation for society as we know it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, fucking hell. Infantilization, yes. Because how could a woman possibly know what she's talking about? Good Lord. She doesn't know what she wants. She's a woman. Oh. Despite the fact that there are many iconic, extremely intelligent women of history that have put men to shame time and time and time again. You know? It's wild. First ever computer programmer? Ava Lovelace. Woman. Do you know what I mean? Mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Women don't have clear sexual agency. Women were still perceived as... Oh, cool. Women were still perceived as property for, I mean, it's only literally within the past just over 100 years that women had the right to choose anything for themselves. It's only, I mean, I can only speak in the UK, but it is literally within the past just over 50 years that women were allowed to open a bank account in the United Kingdom without having a man sign for it. In fact, I don't think they were even allowed to have a bank account, full stop, which is the reason why up until like the mid-70s, it was so important for women to get married, because that was the only way they had any like way of getting any finances, you know? Common sense works different in different people and industries. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Let me just quickly do this. Cool. Quick save on that. Adult industry awards are always rigged like football awards. That's why voting for your favorite star never is worth it, because most following persons always take away everything. Yeah, I've never understood that. I always thought about making my own award ceremony, dedicated to the adult industries, plural, and doing it so that it was a foundation of judges that would judge stuff, you know? I think we'd probably have like one award that was like the popular vote that was down to thingies, but that we'd get judges, because judges make sense, you know? You know? You know, I'm like, you've met me. That is true. That is very, very true. You make it rule, do it. Something somewhat similar has happened to me within the last few days in my community, actually. Quite sad about it, but it is what it is. Amy Samisu, I am genuinely gutted. Genuinely fucking gutted that you have had to go through something like that. Having done it many times before, it is never fucking easy. It is never easy. But you will get through it. And not only will you get through it, you will be a better and stronger content creator for it. Because you will be able to see certain personality triggers or certain traits in advance, and you'll be able to set firmer boundaries in advance. I am a much better person. I'm a much better streamer, much better content creator for having to deal with the parasocial relationships that I've dealt with. For sure. It was shit. Every single one of them was fucking shit, and they were a fucking nightmare. But I am definitely a better creator for it, you know? Which could have been an interesting story to talk about if the writer and editor were kink involved at all. 100%. 100%. Do you know what, Sweet Beat? There's a computer game. There's a computer game that we're going to be playing in the next couple of weeks. I can't remember whether it's this week or next week. But there's a computer game called Orgienizer, which is an orgy organizer like puzzle game. And the level of effort that the dev, the dev, let me get this right. So they made Orgienizer. All of the profits go to Planned Parenthood, which is like a sex education, sexual health charity in America. They also have a separate thing where you can donate to put yourself in the game, and all of that money goes to the Trevor Project. So they literally make like no money off the game, but it is fucking excellent. You have Orgienizer, it's so good. It's so good. So fucking good. But they did so much research into kinks, into fetishes, into like all the different dynamics. They talk about wax play, and it comes up with like a little blurb about what wax play is and how to do it. They do it with all of the stuff, like including like foot fetishes and electro play and stuff like fucking everything. They've done so much research, and it does make me think. Like when I look at that game and I think about stuff like 50 Shades of Grey, and I'm like, actually, all of the information you could possibly need is at the end of your fingertips. The internet exists. It doesn't take much to research it, you know? But people don't, because they want to impose their own fantasies. And this is something that I have found with fan fiction in particular. People want to impose their own fantasies onto other characters. I know a few people that read fan fiction. Somebody very, very close to me, and they were talking about a game that they play, and they were like, oh my god, it's real hot and heavy, it's very sexy, oh my lordy, they're real hot under the collar, all that jazz. And they were saying they found some fan fiction. I was like, ooh, interesting, tell me about the fan fiction. They were like, it's bad. And I was like, why? And they were like, because these people write scenes and they talk about the characters and say the characters saying things like, you dirty little slut, and the character would never say that. The character from the game is just not like that at all. And I was like, oh, so they're imposing their own fantasies onto the characters of a game that they enjoy. They're not paying attention to the mannerisms, the personality, the kind of individual that character is, and then bringing them into an erotic fanfic. They're creating their own fantasies and then using these people's names to fill out the spots. And it's a pain. It's bad. It's bad times. Bad times. And that's effectively, in my mind, that is effectively what 50 Shades of Grey is. It was a fan fiction of Twilight where the author put their own fantasy into the fan fiction using the characters, certain personality traits for sure, and then changed the characters' names and published it without doing the research, because it's not about the research, it's about personal fantasies, you know? Sharpocalypse, how you doing? Don't you even start with Monty needing sugar. Monty's had more than enough sugar today. Good lord. Also accidentally shines a light on the fact that there can be predatory people who will use kink as a form of control in a way to abuse. Very much so. Very, very much so, Rach. 110%. There are an awful friends, if anyone ever says that they don't do safe words, don't go near them. Don't go near them. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't do safe words. All right. You can go do not safe words over there. Speaking of kinky films, have you seen The Secretary? I haven't seen The Secretary. I haven't seen The Secretary. I've got no fucking idea. I have got it on my list of things to watch, but I haven't seen it yet. Thank you for an interesting view. Appreciate that. You're very welcome, Quirky Critter. Wish there was more diverse kink stories. So tired of the male glaze. There are more diverse kink stories, but you got to find them. You got to find them for sure. They're really kink related. It's mostly stuff found that turned into unhealthy kink practices. Yes, very much so. If you're good at sex, people will let you do it with them more. Most certainly. Most certainly. No wonder lesbians were mythical creatures in the past. Wild point of view, isn't it just? And lactating. Sex doesn't usually end with lactating. This is true. This is true. Unless you're having sex with somebody who is lactating for a variety of different reasons. And there are a variety of different reasons why a person can lactate. It's not just to do with babies, you know. I will say that an awful lot of the hentai-based games, like that I play on the Questionable Game Emporium, there's a weird amount of lactation there. Like, all boobs just naturally lactate, and it's like, actually, no, that's not a thing. That's not a thing that all right, yeah, okay, sure, that's fine. Resign myself to a mostly celibate life because I'm so clear on my expectations for sexual encounters of any kind. Entirely fair. So you should be. You know. I read Deep Throat when I was 12. It made it my mission to lose my gag reflex. Oh my god. Wow. Wow, that is intense. I discovered a very westernized version of a 1990s version of the Kama Sutra when I was about 13, 14. And that was an interesting read at that time when I was first awakening to my sexual desire. Actually, I wasn't. It wasn't first awakening to my sexual desire. It was first understanding. Not necessarily awakening, but first understanding of sexual desire, you know? You're so good at commentary. The first time being here makes me laugh. You're a hilarious person. Thank you. You're very welcome, Murrays. You're very welcome. It is my pleasure to make you giggle. Oh, my lordy, Alexander Devonport. Hello, you cheeky devil. How you doing? How's it going? Alexander lives underneath my desk. How you doing, buddy? Doing all right? It's good seeing you streaming again, by the way, friend. I enjoyed it. I only popped in a little bit last night because I was so fucking tired and I had an early morning this morning, but I really enjoyed it. I'm glad that you're back streaming again. Can I get a shout out for Alexander Devonport, please? I would really appreciate that. Alexander Devonport has a fucking amazing sense of humor, and genuinely, if you enjoy like deep conversation about a variety of different topics, then Alexander Devonport does those deep conversations whilst also doing some phenomenal artwork. Just mwah, it is exquisite. And also surreal sense of humor. Love that, you know. Gonna try and catch up a little bit. Zeebs, Master Puns, how you doing? How's it going? Jamjar creating the usual chaos. Exactly, most certainly. Oh, excuse me. Hello again. Had to leave again immediately. That's all right, Mayor Wi-Fi. You're welcome back. I'm going to whip down a wee bit because I realize that I am behind in chat. Must just be terribly confused in pansexual. Yes. Well, sexualities, generally speaking, didn't exist back in ye olde Victorian times. They didn't exist. There was no... Well... They obviously existed, but like there was no official term for pansexual. A pansexual was just a picky lover. Demisexual, even pickier. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing didn't really come into it. Patriarchy does indeed hurt everyone. And extremism of any viewpoint hurts everyone. Doesn't matter what that extremism is. You can be left-leaning or right-leaning or what have you, but the more extreme you get, the more people you will hurt. And I say that as I am obviously quite left-wing. I'm a very left-wing individual, for sure, in regards to like the political spectrum. I'm a very left-wing individual. However, I have had more venomous and toxic and vitriolic hate from left-wing, extreme left-wing people than I have from the right wing any time of the. And I've been spat on by right-wing people. Do you know what I mean? I have been spat on in the street. And that is nothing in comparison to the level of hate that I have received from extreme leftists. It's wild. Extremism, full stop, is bad. Is bad. Because extremism stops you from even comprehending any other perspectives other than your own. You know? How dare a woman be a successful ruler? Elizabeth I has a bet. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Cleopatra was the first ever female ruler, right? Eris, right? Yeah. Right? There wasn't any before them. God no. People make mistakes. Learning and growing from the mistakes is what is important. 100%. On a serious note, as this man, I accept that I have a ridiculous amount of privilege that women don't have. Good. But it's not enough, Stupedia, to accept that. It's about understanding that and understanding what role that privilege plays in like day-to-day life. And this is something that I still struggle with, you know? I understand that I have privilege. I understand that I have more privilege than the vast majority of people on the earth because I am white, cisgender, British man. And because I am bisexual, there's a certain amount of time that I would be hetero presenting. You know? As a result, I have an unreasonable amount of privilege, but it's not just enough to recognize the fact that I have the privilege. It's about how that privilege is effective within my day-to-day life. What do I see that I could help with? What ways are other people treated differently to the way that I am? What am I not seeing because of my privilege? Because I have been brought up in a very specific way, and me not seeing stuff is part of the problem. It's part of the problem. You know? And we will all get it wrong. As Jamjar just said, we will all get it wrong. But it's not about us getting it wrong. It's about us taking accountability for getting it wrong and proceeding to push forward to be better people in the future. You know? I have been a complete and utter fucking tool in my life. I have said some real stupid fucking things, some naive things. And it's not about... It's about taking accountability for the fact that I've said them 100%. But it's also about learning from it and pushing forward and being like, right, I have learnt now. Let's move forward. Where am I at? How can I make sure that I don't do that again? And how can I... like educate so that other people don't make the same mistakes that I did or are less likely to, you know? Yeah, no. Taking time and confidence to be able to speak up and call people out. Yes, good. I mean, it will take time and confidence, and there will be times that that confidence fails you, and that's okay. That's okay. As long as you keep doing your best, you know? One of the conventions I attended gives out tokens to the guests to give to your favorite cosplayer of the day. Whoever gets the most tokens at the end of the day wins. There's no judges. It's purely about up to the attendees. That's pretty cool. I like that as an idea. Don't think it would work in an adult industry one, but like I like that as an idea for Comic Cons and stuff like that. That's really cool. It's not straight sexuality. It would be such a sensory fun, I imagine. Ooh, interesting. I'm going to scroll down a wee bit because I am way behind as per usual. Absolutely awful. Couldn't get through more than 2 chapters. Awful writing. That's what I've heard about. Like the main thing that I've heard about 50 Shades of Grey is that it's just bad writing. It's just not very good writing. You know, I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen The Secretary. No. It's on my list. It's on my very long list of films that I need to see. The thing about films is I don't watch TV, generally speaking. Like, when I go to bed, I'll watch an anime because it's 20 minutes. And I know that it's only 20 minutes, so I can watch an anime, then put on some fucking documentary and fall asleep. 20 minutes to wind down, then fall asleep. And then I wake up in the morning, get up, work. That's what I do. You know that I work fucking 12 to 16 hours every day. That is my standard sort of practice. That's what I do. And that's okay. That's the way that I work. But like, if I'm going to sit down and watch a movie, then I need to sit down and I need to plan out, right, that night I am going to sit down and watch a movie. Do you know what I mean? It's far more organized than most of my life tends to be, you know? Thank you very much for the shout out for Alexander Davenport, by the way, friends. Alexander is one of my favorite people. He's just fucking excellent and a phenomenal artist. Such a great artist. It's in the age of public execution. Oh, yeah. It was good to have people in, hang out with. Liz came out of retirement. I know, Alexander. Honestly, the nostalgia I felt was fucking excellent. It's fucking excellent. Can't say Alexander's name without saying it in the tune of Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Davenport. Yeah, I can get that. Got the same level of syllables. Left-wing person, but these extreme left-wings and right-wing people drive me bonkers 100%. So they should. If you are a person that cannot even listen to perspectives that are not your own, then you're in the realms of extremism. And what's the point in arguing with somebody who's not even going to listen? You know what I mean? What's the point in arguing? I do, because I have the energy to do it most of the time. I still argue with these people in the vain attempt that I can make them question themselves, because me arguing with them is going to do nothing. The only way to convince an extremist is to make them question themselves. That's the only way to do it. And it doesn't matter. I say extremist and people think, oh, terrorists. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about average Joes. Anybody who is adamant about their point of view, and their point of view is the only point of view that can ever matter ever. The only way to get around that is to make them question themselves. Because you questioning them isn't going to do anything. You know? Like it's theorized that... Oh, right, yeah, Aristotle. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew as soon as I said Cleopatra, Ptolemy was going to be there to take the fucking bait. Right there. Right fucking there. Have very angry conversation about recent... Good. You deserve to have angry conversations about the recent Supreme Court events. And the thing is that... I'm not going to get into that whole fucking clusterfuck right now. Because there are many connotations legally and all that jazz. But the big thing about it is the public view of it. That Supreme Court event, regardless of what it means legally, regardless of what it means and all that jazz, like regardless of all that stuff, what matters is the fact that, and this is the last thing I'm going to say on it, and we're not going to discuss it. It's not going to be a discussion that we have right now. But the bit that matters is the fact that Supreme Court situation happened. It got passed. And regardless of what it means legally, regardless of what other laws affect it and how things can't be done because of this European law and that equality law and this, that, and the other, regardless of all of those things, the fact of the matter is, transphobic people went, cool, we have free reign. The public view was transphobic people went, we can do what we want now. Cool. Let's go beat on some trans people. That's what happened. And it's bullshit. And they fucking knew that shit. They knew that shit. There's been a situation recently in my hometown where a group of people did that, and it is infuriating. It just fucking boils my absolute blood. Boils my fucking piss, but I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it. That's where we're drawing the line. That line be drawn. But yeah. You absolutely take accountability. Oh, Val, you absolutely take accountability. Reminds me of the time that you said something borderline trans-related that wasn't quite right, and you gladly allowed trans people in the community to explain things. I know exactly. I know the thing it was. It was the use of the word cis. It was the use of the word cis. Because I, as a cisgender man, had only ever heard the word cis. Up until that point, I had only ever heard the word cis as a slur. Where I'd be going out to the gay bars in my hometown and trans folk would use it as a slur. Not all trans folk, those particular dickheads would use it as a slur to criticize cisgender folk. And somebody in the community, can't remember who it was, but somebody in the community called me cisgender, and I went, don't you call me cis, I'm not one, don't you fucking, and did what many people do, which is got real fucking defensive, because I was like, you're calling me a slur, and that's not okay. And I seem to remember being real defensive and doubling the fuck down for a good like 20 minutes. And then I got off my high horse and I listened. And I listened. I went, do you know what? I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to take a step back. And I am going to listen to what I am being told. And then we'll do some research together. And I can learn. But not only can I learn, other people in the community that may have the same issue can also learn with us. And that was really important. And I know for a fact, because several people in the community have told me that that situation was a turning point for them, and that was what made them press the follow button. That was what made them want to stick around and be part of this community, was the fact that I took accountability, recognized my own fault, and then moved forward to be better, but not only be better, but also teach others to be better as well. You know? Didn't know you counted staring at yourself in the mirror for 6 hours as work. I know, right? Scandalous, isn't it, Shade? Isn't it? Oh my god, how outrageous, right? 50 Shades also helps prove that editors will let anything pass that has enough shock and awe value. When there's so many fics out there, yeah, AO3 was one that I've recently learned. Oh, I've got really itchy eye. Then blow it out of the water, just 1k shot. Yeah, 100 1k one shot smugs, 100% Kino Wolfie. And it's wild as well to me that the way that I think about it when it comes to like not just 50 Shades of Grey but stuff like that is like, do you remember those old 1970s horror movies where all of the covers were just covered in boobs because it was a horror movie, but they put tits in it because if you put tits in it, more people are going to come and watch it. And it was just like, what? What? Oh, we're gonna let it pass. We don't give a shit because it's got tits in it. The publishing industry is never as right as they pretend to me. I know a fair few authors, and they agree. They agree. It's important to know yourself and better yourself. It's hard to, but important. Sometimes if you want to buy some clothes that are better in general, head over to valenvain.com. Oh, you, Alexander, you cheeky devil. Thank you very much for that. God damn it. So, do you know what? The merch has been relatively popular recently. We've been selling quite a bit of merch, which is quite nice. We've got a lot of the sexualities have been thrown out there. Homos where the heart is. We've sold about 4 of those now, which is like in the past couple of months, which is pretty interesting. I like it. I like it. Maybe it's because Pride's coming up in the next couple of months, you know? Lost minor friends over arguments because they were so extreme in their views and they hated the fact that I outsmarted them. Yeah, to be fair, Duchess Mona, it's not even about outsmarting them. It's about turning around and being like, these are the facts. These are the facts. I had them question their views. Yeah, exactly. These are the facts. And being like, okay, why do you think that? Where are you getting this information from? Because if you can turn around and be like, look, I am open to hear your point of view, but give me the information. Where are you hearing it from? Okay, cool. You're hearing it from this website. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so they've said this. Well, let's Google that statement and see what other professionals say. You know? Oh, look. They're full of shit. Interesting, that, isn't it? Extreme leftist friends, they've extreme leftist themselves out of my friend group. Yeah. Less drama. 100% less drama. Good Lord Millen. If there's one thing that you're absolutely guaranteed to get, there's a fucking group in my hometown, which I won't say what they're called, but they will find a reason to be upset with everything. They're an LGBTQIA group, and they do some really good work. They do some really, really good work for some like friends of theirs, like that they need what's the word I'm looking for? Gender affirming surgery, or they need meds or what have you. They do some good work for some people, you know. But every single time there is a major event that is to do with like Pride or to do with the another LGBTQIA thing, or like Trans Hull, which is one of the trans communities here in my hometown, they always find an issue with it. They always find an issue with it, and they always are like, we found this issue, and now everyone should boycott them. Everyone. And if you don't boycott them, then you're transphobic, homophobic, etc., etc. And it's like, why don't you just get over yourself? Just take a moment, get over yourself, and then come back to me with explanations, understanding, and evidence. You know? It's wild. It's wild. Code word Pharaoh. Eris Ptolemy appears in a puff of smoke. Accurate. Fucking accurate. Biohazard, you take it easy. Thank you very much. Sleep well, you beautiful bean. Give my love to Bio Bunny and the family. You beautiful individual, you. Love the new guidance out recently. In some circumstances, they shouldn't use. Oh yeah, no. Guess I just pissed in the street. Yeah, that. Like I said, I don't want to dig into it. The urge is there though. No, I'm not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Can approach someone with opposing views with the mindset of empathy and curiosity. It tends to have a better outcome, as neither of you will be defensive, and it opens up communication. It's very hard to find that mindset at times, but it's worth it if you can. Yes. Yeah. And you know what? We have had that. We have had an example of that in this community where I won't say, in fact, you know what? I was about to say I won't say who it was, but I actually can't remember who it was. Somebody in this community at one stage said a slur about trans people. They described trans people, if I remember correctly, they described trans people as traps. And naturally, the trans folk in the community got very angry. Understandably. Completely understandably. And I very quickly nipped all that shit in the bud and just went, hey everyone, calm the fuck down. Let's take a moment to explain. Let's take a moment to explain. So I took that person and I was like, okay, I'm gonna talk you through this so that you understand why there's been such an aggressive reaction by the trans people in the community. It was about to kick off. It fucking was. It was very, very heated, and completely understandably so, because trans people have to defend their existence every fucking day. So it is completely understandable why, like, trans folks have an immediate urge to jump to their own defense. Completely and utterly. Not a single criticism there. Not at all. But I did need, as the creator, but as the content creator, the streamer, the person in charge of it all, to take a moment and be like, right, everyone calm down. Let me explain this. Let me explain to this person why traps is a slur. Let me explain to them why that is a negative view of trans people and why that can be extremely offensive. And if that person doubled down, cool, ban the fuck out of them. Just get them out of there. But they didn't. Because what they thought that it was just like street slang for trans people. They were just like, and when they don't know that slur. So the whole thing, the TLDR is that if you are a trans person, you are a trap. You are trying to trap somebody. So a trans woman who's interested in men is trying to trap the man into a gay relationship because they don't know that it's actually a man, even though it's not. Even though a trans woman is a woman, a trans man is a man, a non-binary person is a non-binary person, you know? Like, we all know that, 110%. But they just thought that it was street slang. And it was like, okay, this is the reason why that is a problem. This is the reason why that is a slur and highly offensive. And they were just like, it was one of the first times that I think I allowed apologies in the stream. It was one of the first times I allowed apologies. I was like, no, do you know what? You are allowed to apologize for that. And they were like, I am so sorry. I had no fucking idea. Please accept my forgiveness. I genuinely just thought it was like slang. I had no idea that was like where the origins of that came from. And it was like, it was cool. It was like, yeah, no worries. All right. Now we're all back on the same page. Let's move forward, you know? And we did, and it was great, and it was wonderful to have that moment. But it definitely got there was a lot of tension, a lot of tension in the room. It was like, oh, okay, fuck, right, here we go, you know. You rang exactly. Jam Jar, I'm gonna refund you your smolder, you beautiful bean. I appreciate you redeeming it, but I'm just gonna kind of crack on to where we were. Sleep good, yeah. Pride in a few months now, been too focused on dear old Justin Timberlake slowly unthawing. Oh my lordy. Oh my lordy. See you in Sleepyland. Oh my lordy, cheeky devils. A lot of people don't like being told that they are wrong. They consider it a weakness. Yes, completely agree. Most of the time, if you can take accountability and or learn, people tend to respect you more. Yeah, accountability is one of the greatest strengths you can have. To be strong enough to turn around and be like one of the greatest strengths that exists in the world is to go, oh, I was wrong. Oh shit, my bad. At least now I know. I've learned. I can go on and make sure I don't incorrectly give this information in the future. 100%. 100%. Alexander, thank you very much for the 20 little pride flags there. They deserve to be there. Fucking pride flags. Beautiful. You didn't have to spend your money, though, you cheeky devil. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. If you don't do this thing that we all do, then you're worse than Hitler. Yeah. That happens. There's been a lot of Nazi comparisons recently, understandably, because there's an awful lot of direct Nazi comparisons that are going on in the world at the moment. But it's when people turn around and be like, oh my god, that's such a Nazi thing, and it's like got nothing to do with anything that the Nazis ever fucking did. And it's just like, no. The reason why these people are using the word Nazi is because of the reflection of these things that are happening in current society that directly reflect on what happened in Nazi Germany in the early 1900s. Very different to you being like, oh, you disagree with me? You must be a Nazi. Very, very different scenario. Do not throw around the word Nazi freely, friends. Good Lord. Although saying that, I do. That's me being a hypocrite because I talk about being an emo Nazi and I shouldn't do that. I will not do that from this point onwards. There we go. Me realizing that I'm wrong, taking accountability, moving forward. You know? It was about to get hot. It certainly fucking was. And now standing there with a bottle and a rag on fire. I know, right? It was got a little tense, you know? Can you tell me why you feel that way about X? I really like to understand is an incredibly powerful sentence when it comes to opposing views. Something that I need to remember frequently with my turf-leaning mother. Oh, God. Yeah. Okay. How do you justify this? Go, Biohazard, go. You were meant to be going like 20 minutes ago, you cheeky devil. Thank you very much for popping by. I appreciate you. Yeah. Being like, okay. Now, I disagree with you, but I'm interested as to why you think that way. What is it that makes you believe that this is the scenario? Would you be open to me questioning that a little further? Yeah. Good way to deal with bigoted jokes. Don't laugh, just ask why it was funny. Yeah. 100%. Why was that funny? Jam's gone to bed, but I'm sure he would say thank you. So he can badge you with the points another time. Yeah, no, I will happily refund points where I'm not going to be doing stuff, you know? I've done my job, self-employed film producer, male-dominated industry. When someone makes a sexist joke. Oh, why is that funny? I don't get it. Please, mansplain it to me. Yeah. Completely and under. An emote fascist? Nah, I think I'm going to go for the positive. Instead of being negative about it, Authentic Art being like, we're not emote Nazis, I'm going to go for the positive. Like, do you know what? I just love to see other people's emotes. I just love to see other people's emotes, you know? I think emote xenophobe might be closer definition for those who do not tolerate emotes from other channels. That is something that absolutely boggles my mind, is just like channels that, like streamers that refuse to accept other people's emotes. It is mind-blowing to me. No, you can only use our emotes in our channel, nobody else's. What the fuck are you, Apple? Jesus Christ. Do you know what I mean? Get over yourself. Love other people's emotes too. I know they are. They're really cool. It's really cool seeing other people's like artworks and stuff like that. It's just like, fucking hell, this is excellent, you know? You can take my waddle. I appreciate it. I appreciate your waddle, J2. However, you have just come in as I am going to be winding this up, you cheeky devils. But if you forbid other people's emotes, how do you get wrath? Exactly, right? Exactly. Sometimes I've made dad jokes here and they have been inappropriate, and you, Valen, have educated me on and taken them and understanding. Yeah, 100%. Because that's what it's about. That is what it's about, Stupedia. I understand that 99% of people, especially when it comes to jokes, 99% of people say jokes from a point of naivety.
Oh, you followed me. Ooh, you little stalker.
Thank you so much for the follow, you beautiful bean. 99% of people say jokes from a point of naivety. They've got no idea about it. They just come in, don't understand the backstory, don't understand why it might be offensive, etc., and they'll say the joke because they're like, this is a funny joke. Because in my naivety, I find it entertaining. And I have been exactly the same. We talked a couple of weeks ago about how badly Ace Ventura has aged. Ace Ventura: Pet Detective aged horrifically badly. When I first saw Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, I was howling with laughter because I was naive as fuck. I had no idea, no context, no understanding. I didn't know any trans people. I didn't know any of that shit, you know? I found it very, very funny. I now have a life's worth of perspective, understanding, and experience. And I come back to it and I'm like, actually, this is horrific. How the fuck could I ever have laughed at that? And it's exactly the same with people saying inappropriate jokes. It's like, you're saying that because when you first heard it, your naivety, within your naivety, you found it funny. Let's educate you. Let's take a moment to educate you, to explain to you why that actually is really inappropriate. And then you have a choice. You either do what you do, Stupedia, which is accept that you were wrong, take accountability, and move forward as a better person, or you double down and we ban you. Do you know what I mean? It's very simple. Very, very simple. It's worth being aware of your own superiority when it comes to these things. You're both convinced that you're the one that is right and the other is incorrect, which again tends to create defensive behavior and doesn't allow open discussion and education. 100%. 100%. For sure. Ace Ventura aged badly. It's fucking awful. So bad. So bad. Watched it the other week and it's certainly something. Yeah, it's not worth it. Not worth it at all. Friends, that's what we're going to call it, though. That's why we're going to give it a cheeky little draw that wonderful line and go and say hi to somebody else. But we are going to finish with love. And speaking of emotes, I would love to see all of your emotes right now. I would love to see all your emotes to throw out to the mods. Give me all of those mod love emotes, you cheeky devils. Give me all of those mod love emotes. I want to see them all. Say a massive thank you to those wonderful moderators. You can use any kind of mod loves. You can from any channel. You can use any kind of love hearts from any channel. Say a massive thank you to those wonderful moderators. Mods! Thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for all that you do in and out of stream. Thanks so much for being here and doing stuff for me behind the scenes and for this wonderful, wonderful community in the old Discord. Speaking of which, friends, if you are new here and you haven't joined the Discord, but you would like to, then there is a link there. There's no pressure if you don't want to do it. That is entirely fair. I know people tend to be joining a million, billion, trillion Discords because every single stream seems to have their own. But if you would like to, then the Discord link is there, you beautiful beings. Let me have a quick look at who we can go throw some love at. Oh, this is a wonderful bean. Let's go throw them some love. Yeah, let's go throw them some love. Yes, let's do that. Friends, if you can stick around for the raid, I would love it, and I would very much appreciate it. Even if you can only stick around for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, to go and see this new person, go check them out, go see what's going on. You may find that you fucking love them to pieces, and you want to stick around, and you want to hang out and do all the bits and pieces, you know? And this will be your opportunity to go check them out and go find out, you know? If you are a subscriber, please copy and paste the first raid message. If you are not a subscriber, please copy and paste the second raid message. That's the first Bot of Vane raid message for subscribers. The second Bot of Vane raid message for non-subscribers. We are going to go raid another amazing sex educator and generally a happy-go-lucky scamp of an individual who is just wonderful. And this is the reason why I'd like to take you all over there. We're going to go raid What's the Safe Word. We're going to go raid Amp from What's the Safe Word, who is the What's the Safe Word podcast and a YouTube channel. Do a whole load of sex education, and they're fucking excellent. They're just a really, really nice person. The Safe Word. Yeah. If you're not in the raid, please, 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 please click on the link that I have just thrown out there to... No, that was shout out. There we go. If you're not in the link up here, there we go. Go and check out that link there and we'll all pile in together. Pro streamer, all good and dandy. Friends, I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. GMT, or 1 p.m. BST. That's 1 p.m. British time, where we're going to be playing some more Citizen Sleeper, which is a great cyberpunk style tabletop roleplay. Not tabletop roleplay, cyberpunk style roleplay game that we've been enjoying so far. And we're starting a brand new spooky game on Wednesday that I've been sent a key for very kindly. So we're going to have a good time doing that. Friends, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for the raids, the subs, the gift subs, all the cheeky little bitties. Thanks so much for the donations. Thanks so much for the follows. Thanks so much for spending your time here. To you wonderful chatters, thanks so much for engaging and joining in. To you lurkers, thanks so much for hanging out. And to all you people watching the VODs over on the VODs and Vanity YouTube channel, I really appreciate you being here. And if you would love to press that cheeky little thumbs up or the subscribe button, I'd really, really appreciate it. Friends, I'll be back tomorrow. Until then, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Because if I wouldn't do it, he'll fucking kill you. See you later. Bye-bye-bye.